Okay. Okay, we are live. It is Rudy Funk. Look, it says we're on for 17 seconds already, but we weren't. So it's going to be a little weird because we're both going to be watching the monitor while we're speaking to each other.
You got the notification.
It's a little
on my phone.
Did you? Okay, cool.
Yeah.
So it's not so glitchy. Brandon, how are you, buddy? Thanks for chiming in. First, thanks for coming on. I really appreciate it. I know I looked at you and I told you that we would only use. Anyway, Mullins, Joe, how are you? Thomas, good to see you, buddy. This wasn't how we were going to do it. We were going to do it through the StreamYard, but like I told you guys, when I go back to do the YouTube, it gives me some kind of edit page, and I don't even feel like fucking with it. Nathaniel, how are you, buddy? We got a few beers to try first, and we're going to go through that real first before we start fucking around. So, Rogue, how are you, buddy? Good to see you. CeeLo has a homemade. His buddy made a stout for him, so he's trying that, and he's got the. Oh, I'm reversing. He's got the stout of the Sexy Six there. I will be trying. Let's see this. Can you see that? The Duck Rabbit. I don't know if you ever heard of these guys. I never tried them, but this is an amber ale that I'm trying, and of course, I've got the Big Bottom Girl here. Okay, now we're fucking around. So let's try our beers first. All right.
You want to help me with opening it because
he's got carpet tunnel. he's a typist, or what do they call those? I don't know. Get ready. Okay. Right. Last time I tried one of two beers, I don't know if you remember, but it was like a volcano, and
it shouldn't. It looks like it's
causing.
Yeah, it depressurized, so it's
depressurized. It's supposed to be a smart thing to say.
Yeah, it smells fruity.
It smells fruity. All right. So yeah, be careful pouring that. Actually, you probably shouldn't have to. It's a stout. It'll probably pour really easy. It's the IPAs you got to watch when you're pouring.
You could probably dark.
You could get aggressive there. Probably get yourself some good head there, buddy. All right, we'll be trying the amber. Yeah, I hope everybody's doing well. I like to do it right in front of.
How about that?
Oh yeah, it's a good pour there,
Good pour. It's a very dark beer.
Yeah, it's a stout, so it's going to be dark.
I'm excited to try this. It smells good.
Does it?
Yeah.
Well, hey, thanks for being on. Cheers. Cheers, guys.
Cheers. I like this.
Do you?
Yeah, I really like this.
You only got one of them. Well, actually, that's probably like two. That's a big ass bottle.
Yeah, that's probably like a liter bottle.
Look at the difference in bottle size.
That probably holds a little less than a liter.
Well, it doesn't do justice here. We try to get that better.
You want to try this?
No.
It's really good.
Oh, yeah, that's a big ass bottle. So that's like.
You don't want to try it?
No, I don't want to mix.
Okay, because you're a loser.
Did you hear that? That wasn't very nice.
There's nothing fruity about that.
That was a joke.
Oh, you were joking when you said it smells fruity?
Yeah. I really like this though.
Yeah, Thomas. It does. It looks Guinness. Maybe not as good a pour as a Guinness, but something about Guinness is just masterful. If you ever pour a Guinness, it's just something to witness. It's like
good.
It's like the earth being created.
I don't have a palate.
Oh, that's all right.
So I can't really.
But you like that though?
I can't compare it to anything that I really know.
Right, because you don't try a bunch of stouts, but
it's very good. I really like it.
What does it taste like to you?
It's not very hoppy or. It tastes like a beer.
Dark.
Yeah, it tastes like just a dark beer, and you can drink a lot of it. It's very. I feel like it's light though.
Oh, you feel like it's light? Really?
Yeah, I don't feel like it's a heavy, like some beers. It just tastes like you can't really drink. You can't really chug it. It feels like I could I could down this still.
Oh,
You know what I mean? That's what I mean.
so
by
it's
light.
it's not something you'd sip. You take.
No, I mean,
generous
I think
portions
both.
of
I
it?
think both because I like taking, you know,
You like
I like
taking a
taking
gulp.
I
rather
like
than-
taking gulps
Yeah.
of my drinks
Right.
generally with anything, any drink. So
Yeah, I'm kind of along the same lines as you there. I think.
yeah.
In fact, this is going down pretty good, pretty smooth.
How was that? You like it?
It tastes like an amber, like your typical amber. Just enough beer taste, but just like just a little note of sweet in it, and I'm not sure exactly what it is, but it's not overwhelmingly alcohol tasting, or you know what I mean.
I just texted him. I told him the beer is awesome.
Oh, cool.
It's a good
Cool.
batch.
Okay,
So yeah.
so our beers are good. Yeah. Thanks for coming on.
I am a chugger. Can't shotgun really fast though. So
I haven't tried that. I'm too old for that shit.
have you ever shotgunned a beer?
Not since I was young, man.
I thought that was like a new thing.
No, that's
Like I thought.
What?
No, I just
that's,
like maybe just because like Twitter and Facebook
right.
put it online, but like I saw it, I was like, wow, that's like a new thing. But I guess people have been doing that.
Yeah, they.
All their
You ever
life.
heard of a bing bong, a beer bong?
Oh yeah,
Right.
Yeah,
I mean,
we have
those go-
plenty of those.
Right, those go way back.
Yeah.
a little bit.
Yeah.
First, before we actually start the conversation, what accolades are you going to have after you get out of school? I mean, scholastic. Your
With
academic.
my undergraduate.
Right. What are you majoring in? What are you
Okay.
minoring?
So-
in,
I'm originally I'm a biochemistry major. I still am.
biochemistry major.
Biochemistry major, and I am now taking an extra year to take some extra coursework in chemistry to get a certificate on my degree, my bachelor's of science, and it will be a certificate that is approved and recognized by the American Chemical Society, which is basically the national governing body of chemistry, if that makes sense.
Yes. It
So
does.
they're good at relaying information about new chemical techniques, new publications. They're a good source for, how to present papers and how to present research. They're just a good, wholesome.
What?
Excuse me.
So that is that it? That's all you'll be? You'll have a bachelor's in that. You won't have
I'm a
any
Bachelor of Science in chemistry, ACS certified, and biochemistry. So I'm technically a dual major, and I'm also working on getting my minors in biology, which I already have, physics, and possibly mathematics too. So with this 5th year, I have some more room to take some extra classes that I can get some
All right,
minors
so
in.
you can get my okay, cool,
Yeah.
cool.
And
Okay.
I'm also probably going to take some extra biology classes that focus on microbiology because that's where I want to
Which is like nano type stuff or
micro.
micro?
Nano.
What's the difference between nano and micro?
A magnitude of 1,000. So,
So I'm along the same. So they are similar.
so
like
yeah.
nano,
So think
micro,
about
nano.
think about like a gram, and the comparison of a gram and a milligram. So there's 1,000 milligrams in 1 gram.
right.
Okay, well there's 1,000 micrograms in 1 milligram.
Right. So they're along the same measurements. That's the same
Yeah,
measuring.
But people use general terms like nanotechnology
Right.
and stuff like that, and microbiology. So these microorganisms, are
Micro
as
meaning
big-
atoms,
Small.
molecules,
Bigger.
electrons.
Bigger.
Oh, bigger than
Bigger.
that. Okay.
Atoms and molecules, those are nano and angstrom. Angstrom is just another unit of measurement. So it's angstrom.
Okay, I gotcha. Okay, let's
learning you.
let me start this then. Okay, let me start with this. The Earth was formed somehow, and I don't want to go Big Bang. But let's just say how the Earth was formed. It was this ball of what?
Rock.
It was rock. But then it was. How did it become molten?
Well, rock and metals.
I mean, describe that to me. I mean, this kind of metamorphosis before
So
it came to atmosphere.
planets form when.
Wait a minute! Don't start that far. I'm just talking about Earth. Let's just talk about Earth because
I know, but I'm
doing the
saying
climate
Earth
change.
formed by a series of asteroid and meteor bombardments and collisions. So they form together, and they contain a strong enough gravitational pull that it's able to form a spherical.
Over time.
Yeah, over time,
Over like millions and millions of years, correct?
Yeah.
Okay, so it was a rock. It was a molten ball of lava,
Mm-hmm.
pretty much, right? It was molten. It was like liquid, hot shit.
Because at that point, it didn't have that thick of an atmosphere.
Right,
And
right.
a magnetic field.
The atmosphere hadn't formed yet correctly, right?
Yeah.
Okay, now, based on all that kind of shit, it orbits the sun. I mean, did it have to orbit the sun and have gravity during this metamorphosis, or?
Well, it always had gravity.
So that's how it had to exist, is to have this gravity revolving around.
In order to have a strong enough pull like that, it has to have a certain amount of mass.
Right.
So that's why it was able to. So you look at like asteroids and meteors; they're not spherical.
Right.
They're oddly shaped.
Right, because they haven't been formed.
Well,
right, with gravity.
They're massive enough to be an object like that, but they're not massive enough to where it forms into a sphere.
Right, and the solar system forms the Earth, kind of in a certain sense. The powers that be, gravity, sun.
Yeah, the sun is
all this kind of
stuff. The solar system.
Okay, so and you kind of know why I'm starting with this.
Yeah.
Right? Not just because it's the beginning, because
this
is what I always kind of fall back on how many other forces the Earth is dependent on, right? As opposed to us burning fossil fuels or walking or doing whatever, hunting or doing whatever we do, killing all the buffalo, right? So is there a point in Earth's history where scientists were like, okay, the Earth is healed. This is 100%. This is a fulcrum, and now it's deteriorating.
What do you mean healed?
Is the Earth at its maximum health, and now it's deteriorating? You know what I'm saying?
There's no good way to measure that, because
but you know exactly what I'm asking, correct?
The Earth has had many phases in its lifetime. So there's, the magma phase. Well, that's not what it's called, but it was a phase where it was literally just hot, molten lava.
Right. And it healed somehow, right?
Yeah, it started forming an atmosphere because it's kept being bombarded by this is what they theorized, that it kept being bombarded by these asteroids that contained the ingredients for life. So proteins, amino acids, DNA, carbon, oxygen, water, and when enough of these asteroids hit over time, because Earth has a strong enough gravitational pull. You get what I'm saying. It gets hit enough to where these ingredients start to become significant on Earth, and that's where the healing process comes, when it kept getting hit.
Right. So that's
from what I know. I'm not really too well versed in that, but
so you know what I'm saying, though. I mean, it is. Is it true? They have to believe that the Earth right now is healed, or at the best it's going to be, and we're hurting it a lot. I mean, the consensus. Well, a lot of the scientists believe that. Not all of them, correct?
They take data from the fact that there is a natural greenhouse effect on Earth. So they're able to measure this natural greenhouse effect on Earth that it's had ever since it's had an atmosphere, and ever since there's been circulation of carbon dioxide and methane and nitrous oxide and all that stuff. And they can see that there is an accelerated and amplified greenhouse effect.
after man.
Yeah, yeah. So they can track that, and they can track emissions into the atmosphere. Emissions, based on how many cars or
Is it like based on archaeological type study? I mean, is that thrown into the thing? How do they find?
Yeah.
Okay, this 1,000 years ago. This is what we think I mean, that's basically what we're talking about here, right?
It's mostly
they're calculating. They're using like a program.
Well, another thing they test, it is geological, is glacier movement over time.
Right.
That's another big one.
Because there was an ice age.
Yeah, but I'm saying like great glaciers that have been like known to exist in our
existence.
Times. Yeah.
Right. So when we were talking before, and I had mentioned how we're pretty close, kind of politically and all that stuff. It's not like we're not handing combs. We're not arguing a bunch of dumb shit. Not that they do, but we're relatively close. I think the one thing is the effect that man has. I mean, is that where we kind of differ pretty much?
No,
and it's not. We both recycle. We both do all that happy horse.
Here's my theory, which I think is a lot of people's theories, is that everyone knows that we contribute to a lot of the the damage. We do contribute to the damage that the planet is experiencing. But I think that
it's everything, though. True, isn't it?
Yeah.
I mean, not just us, deer. What's number 2 species? Birds, mosquitoes, everything kind of ultimately affects things.
Well,
I know mosquitoes don't drive cars. I mean, I know. That's not what I'm saying.
Even at that, it's very insignificant what they contribute to their carbon footprint, as the term would be. Well, what I was saying is that politically, this kind of stuff gets over exaggerated.
Right. I think everybody kind of knows that.
And a lot of social media does that too.
Right.
But I mean, the facts are there that
we contribute.
Right.
Which is everything.
Yeah.
Which is true, right? I mean, elephants contribute. They take a fucking shit.
Yeah.
What is shit?
Yeah, but
what's the molecular? I mean, I know what a pile of shit is, but what's in shit? There's like methane. There's what is in?
Yeah, but that is accounted for, I think, in
that's
all accounted for, I think, in the natural greenhouse effect. Because I mean, shit's been around forever. So
there you go. Shit's been around.
But I think it's more along the lines of they're not measuring how is everything contributing to the accelerated greenhouse effect. I think it's solely about human.
Right. There's
interaction.
There are forces that in sales. There's money. There's big money involved with this. Correct.
Yeah.
And there's no doubt that buying your way out of a carbon footprint probably isn't the fucking answer, right?
If you look at places like China and India, you can see.
Oh yeah, there's no doubt.
You can see what it really does.
Right. If it's not, if technology isn't used to help clean your environment, because obviously nobody wants. Scottzilla, how are you, brother? Rob, how are you? What was I saying?
I don't know.
I haven't even had one beer, and I just lost myself. So I don't know what page each of us is on with like the planet's going down. This is what I really don't believe, and this is why I talked about the life cycle of Earth and how Earth was made, and whether they found like some kind of fulcrum, like, well, okay, Earth was at 100% and now it's deteriorated. I don't buy that they have any inclination at all when that would be. You know,
Like when it would be.
any like. I mean, is it because life is so fruitful right now that everybody just believes that everything we do is just going to scar the planet somehow, even though it was a molten ball of magma?
Actually, they've reported a lot recently that it's better.
Right. See,
especially because they have been starting to. I don't want to say regulate because that has its own political connotation to it, but just in places like China and India, they've improved their conditions there to a point where that the hole in the ozone layer has shrunk.
See, now that's what was big when I was a kid. Scottsdale, you probably remember this. You probably heard this most of your life. Is that was the ozone, and every time we spray a fucking WD-40 or a floral spray, that you're destroying, the ozone. That was really big with me, and I don't really totally understand that, to be honest with you. They're saying there's a hole where is it like a not mineral what is this hole? Is it what's missing there? Is it atmosphere, like certain
so ozone chemically is so in
okay, hold that thought. I need another beer. You got another beer, so you don't have to worry about it. But I need another beer. But you can go ahead. You can go ahead. Ouch. Oh. Okay, what is ozone? Explain to us what ozone is.
Oxygen, as we breathe it, and it's in our air, not our atmosphere, in our air, just the air that we breathe.
Right.
It exists as a diatomic, which means that it exists as a molecule of oxygen is bonded to itself, so it's O2. So some gases like helium, it's just helium. One molecule of helium is one atom of helium. So, but one molecule of oxygen is O2, even though one atom of oxygen is O. So oxygen has another form where there are 3 oxygens bonded to each other. So that's what ozone is.
So it is. It's so like ozone, I said, it's a lack of atmosphere.
Yeah, it's not like there's a part of the Earth and there's just a huge hole in one part of the Earth where there's no ozone. It's just there's a hole in the ozone concentration, not a hole in the ozone layer, because people associate a hole in a layer is just a big hole. It's not like that. It's a hole.
Right. It's not like there's God stuck his finger through there.
Yeah. Now that's at least
like when you got shit floating on water and you stick your finger in there and now there's a hole there. And,
Right. Yeah.
I gotta post that. That's awesome. Anyway, so what do they think? And I mean they like the scientists, or not even consensus, because I hear consensus, and it's not even really true that they all believe. It's not even close that they all believe that, global warming. Everybody knows climate change. I think it's so cowardly for them to use climate change as their fighting force for taking our money from us.
Well,
because climate has always changed since.
Well, that it's different, and they use climate change as a term because it doesn't warm everywhere. It causes weather pattern changes in certain areas that make it colder.
Right, but it also coincides with less and less people buying the global warming.
Yeah, because global warming, it's 1 degree out today. But it may be 1 degree out where you are.
Right.
But it could be 65 degrees somewhere where it's not supposed to be. Like I saw, I think just yesterday, they recorded the temperature in Antarctica, and it was like 60 something. It was like 61 degrees Fahrenheit, and it was the highest recorded temperature in Antarctica ever. You know, so like it's
Except for before the ice age, right? See, that's the
well, that's not a good measurement.
no, and it's
not
a
a
very long time ago.
It's not a good
also.
measurement. It's not a good marker because obviously in Antarctica, when it was molten lava, it was thousands of degrees Fahrenheit.
Right, certainly.
Like that's it's not a good. In modern times, we're talking about.
See, I'm of the belief that the Duke of Earl, the Earth is going
Long
to do
live Earl.
the Earth. I almost said the Duke. The Earth. Remember? What the hell? Escape from New York. The Duke. I still believe the Earth is going to do what it does with or without us.
No, that is true.
That's how great the Earth. I don't mean great as
it is true, but we're accelerating that, and that's the problem. We're accelerating that rate at which the Earth changes. Now, people always say, like you just said, oh, the climate's always changing, but it's changing at a faster rate is what's the problem. So, you know,
but is it really more volatile? You know, I mean, you had remember they had the fires in Australia,
yeah,
and you heard fucking global warming cries all for 2 weeks, and you find out that 180 people got arrested for arson for that. Did you know that?
I didn't know that.
But that's how they do it. They fucking force fuck you with all this false information.
That's what I'm saying.
And then 2 weeks later, you hear they almost got 100 or 200 people for arson.
That's what I'm saying, though, is that climate change, in the sense that what they're talking about, like, of course, climate change is real because climate changes. But in the context that they're talking about climate change being a problem in this case, it is real, but people over exaggerate it and use it to bend their agenda.
So let's go back on what's wrong with it getting warmer. Let's say it is global warming and things are getting, like you said, Antarctica was 65 degrees Fahrenheit, never been recorded, because we haven't been around that long to even record anyway. But what's wrong with the Earth getting warmer?
So
how do we, us as humans, and we're better at adapting than any species ever created that we know of anything. We survive everything.
Yeah.
Why? How would it get warmer? And just from what I see all the time, when it's warmer, everything is more fruitful. The bugs, everything is survives better.
Those are species that are adapted to warmer environments, and that's not the case for all species. There are a lot of species that are adapted to cold environments, especially ones that live near ice caps. Now, the fact about the average temperature going up, the freezing point of water is 32 degrees Fahrenheit.
Right.
So when you have an average temperature going up, water melts more frequently, and that kind of destroys ecosystems in a sense, and the fact that there are a lot of species that live in these cold environments and they can't live there anymore. Another thing it does is it raises the water level.
Right.
Because
I remember Obama talking about that.
Think about these huge glaciers that contain an immense amount of water. And I mean, you see glaciers that are, on the surface, but glaciers fall way, way below underwater. These are huge things.
Under sea level, below underwater.
Yeah, sorry.
No, you're all right.
So when the ice melts,
better surfing.
The volume that the ice caps. What does that say? Yeah, mass flooding happens. Correct. So when these things melt, the volume that occupied the ice caps is just being replaced by water. So the water level rises. And that can
What about evaporation? Is that taken into consideration?
That is another thing.
Right, because that's another thing that the Earth does wonderfully is it distributes water pretty well.
But
I mean, unless you're in California,
you have to take into account the rate at which these are happening.
Certainly.
Because it can affect, in one sense, that if it is flooding, you're going to destroy a lot of people's homes because this water is going to start flooding these cities like Louisiana, which is already below sea level. Remember when it got hit by Hurricane Katrina? How
yes.
devastating that was.
Yes.
You know, places like that are going to be immediately affected by it. Because
Do you think because of man that happened?
when Hurricane Katrina?
No, the flooding. I mean, you know what I'm saying? Louisiana, they are already below sea level.
Yeah.
That's why they have levee. It's like they didn't, and this is well before, mass production and all that shit, right? I mean, so I can't help but fall back on the Earth's going to do what it's going to do.
Well,
and not that we shouldn't be wary. I mean, like I said, everybody recycles. Everybody loves. Nobody wants to live in fucking China. Doesn't want to live in China, right?
Yeah.
It's, they fucking wear masks for God's sakes, and they give us Corona.
Yeah.
Which I actually like.
And that's another thing.
Flood this.
That's another thing. A lot of viruses and bacteria thrive in hotter temperatures.
That is
to
true.
a point.
Right.
So the spread of diseases is going to go up, I'm guessing, in some cases, and the emergence of new ones. So
yeah, but we will always have that problem, though. You got the flu.
Yeah,
the flu switches and changes and does all this.
I know, but
shit,
we have a grasp on something like the flu because we know the strains.
It kills 40,000 people a year or something like that. Is that a grasp?
Well, and
not that that's okay. I'm not saying you say it's okay.
It's gonna kill people who don't have access to vaccines.
Well, no, you have many strains of it. You have
I know.
How many of it? They try to guess the most popular one, so they're basically just kind of doing Spock.
Yeah, well, that's all that they have.
Well, let's do the most logical one. We'll push this one because this is the one.
Yeah, and they can track it because they can see what Australia gets hit with. They can track the viral movement across geographical locations.
Boundaries.
Yeah. So they can, they can determine that with some accuracy.
Right. It is, in fact, back on the melting caps in Antarctica, stuff like that. There's years that it grows too, and that's another thing that
that's true.
Nobody takes into consideration.
That is true.
Do they know for sure that it's trending where the shit's melting more than it's accumulating? Because I keep hearing record stuff on the freezing side.
Well, that's what that's another thing. What I was saying about how it doesn't just get hotter everywhere; it gets colder in some places. There's probably just new ice forming in places where it is getting colder.
Right.
So it's globally it might, be one number, but in certain locations where there are a bunch of glaciers and it is getting hotter there, those glaciers are melting. And that is where it's most prevalent because those are where most of the glaciers are.
Okay, I'm going to have to smoke, but I want you to still join me. I'm going to have a smoke and I'm going to flap my big ass lips at you while I'm over there, okay? And I'm pardon my rudeness.
Nothing rude. And what you were saying about evaporation, that's another thing. The oceans. Well, this won't happen in our lifetime, but over time, the oceans will dry up completely.
That's insane.
Swear. They will dry up completely over time.
That's insane.
And it's not.
I can't buy both. I can't buy
No.
time.
I'm not saying that climate change is going to do that, but it's going to be inevitable just because of how much hotter the sun is going to get over thousands of years.
Now that is my next question. What, a fine oiled machine still has change every day. Even though you just oiled it, even though it's running perfectly, like a gun or anything, any kind of perfect machine, it changes. Always. A rock changes, It's a rock. But it's still like a little bit slightly molecularly different the next day. Isn't it just a little bit with whatever wind hit it or changes always have the earth? Is there any kind of wear and tear from being in orbit, or from being in a gravitational pull to the sun? What kind of wear and tear does the Earth have just existing?
Well,
I mean, it can't stay constant. It just can't.
Well,
change just constantly happens.
The Earth is protected by a very strong electromagnetic field.
Yeah, but it's still in motion, in action.
Yeah, but it's not deteriorating because of it. The Earth is in space. Space isn't doing anything to it because it's space. It's essentially nothing compared to what the Earth is. Now, the only thing that would change anything about the Earth is the sun. And the sun has been constantly the same temperature for millions of years because it's doing a very efficient process of nuclear fusion. Fusion is what does nuclear bombs and stuff like that. But it's a constant nuclear fusion. Now, when that fusion starts to become less efficient because it's running out of fuel and hydrogen, it's going to start getting hotter because the sun wants to,
it's trying to work harder.
Yeah, so it doesn't collapse onto itself.
So it's lifelike in a certain sense.
Well, yeah, it's going to die.
It's like starving, so it's grasping, or it's like caught in a.
That's the only reason that
like the leg caught, like a raccoon with his leg caught in he struggles to survive, and he'll rip his own leg off to.
Yeah.
Well, that's interesting.
So the sun's just going to get hotter over time, and it's going to be hot enough to the point where it boils the oceans away. But that's not for a long time.
But right.
So that's the only reason Earth doesn't get worn down because it's orbiting, or it's.
Yeah, I don't know if I buy that. Gravity does. Gravity kills.
No, it doesn't.
Yes, it does.
I mean, not in the sense of Earth. We're not getting pulled further and further into the sun.
There has to be some kind of.
No.
Nothing.
Nope.
There's no wear and tear on the Earth, no matter how many times it goes around the sun.
No.
No matter how many times it twirls around the
sun. If it did that, we wouldn't be alive today. There's no significant wear and tear on the Earth for moving through space. Other
than asteroids or anything like that colliding with us, or.
But just because it's moving it's not experiencing any wear and tear. It's not significant at all. Not in the slightest.
You're drinking. Do it again. I don't know if I.
Well, that's what.
I don't think you're lying. I'm not saying you're lying. I know you're not a liar. I know you're not.
The Earth isn't.
I just don't know if I buy that.
How do you not buy it? It's like it's been tested. Like there's no, like the Earth isn't losing energy or it's not losing mass because it's moving through space. That's just not. It's not.
The Earth has its own gravity.
Yeah, it does.
I mean, I know
it does.
On a much super much smaller scale, gravity affects me. It affects my bones. It affects my blood flow, my muscles.
Yeah,
every day, every step I take.
But that's completely different.
I don't know if I think its own gravity has to change it somehow.
It's not making. You're not making sense.
No, that makes perfect sense.
No, it doesn't. You're making an analogy to us being affected by gravity. So you're saying because we're affected by gravity that the Earth has to be affected by the sun's gravity. That's not the case.
No. Well, I mean, I went off of that. I'm talking about just the Earth itself, its own gravity, its own destruction.
The Earth isn't being destroyed by its own gravity because it's not a star. A star is not made up of solid mass.
No, but everything on Earth is controlled by its gravity, and it affects it every step you take. Every time Vinny runs around and sticks his shit in the mud, it's changing. Something's happening.
Yeah, but it's
minuscule as it is.
It's completely negligible, as a matter of fact. That it doesn't affect the Earth at all.
So if we weren't if nobody was on the planet, would it be a perfectly smooth surface? I mean, besides the asteroids and shit hitting it, would gravity pull it into
No.
like a perfect plastic Walmart ball.
No.
No.
And it's because of the fact that there are geographic features on every planet. Now, there are some planets that are completely made of like something like diamond. Like there are diamond planets out there that are, I'm guessing, completely smooth.
You
No, I swear to God.
you couldn't wait to talk about that.
No,
I remember
I'm
you
saying-
watching that thing.
No, it is
on the
really
diamond
cool.
planet.
It is really.
A star is a gas body. Once the fuel runs out, it's done. The Earth is not a gas body.
That's what I was saying.
Oh.
Deep
That. Oh, he did it. He did it twice. Wait a minute. No, he didn't. Oh, Rudy asked. Oh, what is it? Rudy asked him what he thinks about NASA recently saying the moon's in Earth's atmosphere. Oh, the moon's in Earth's atmosphere.
I don't think so.
Oh,
I don't think so. It
he
is.
just hit puberty
The moon
again.
is really far away. I don't think it's touching any levels of our atmosphere. If you could,
I didn't hear that, Rogue.
if like you could fit all the planets in between the distance that the moon and the Earth.
All
Yeah,
planets
between
in
each
our
other.
solar system.
All planets in our solar system could fit in between the distance between our moon and us.
No shit.
And there would be room left. Like that's how far away our moon is.
Okay,
So I don't
let
think
me ask you this.
I don't think anything about the moon.
I heard a study just on
The moon is actually moving farther away from us throughout time.
Is that good?
It affects our tides. So
That doesn't sound good. How dare the moon do that?
I don't know.
What's it doing? It's changing all by itself, isn't it? Kinda. Not by itself, but
Why are you trying to bring this whole changing by itself thing? Like it's not a legitimate argument about climate change.
well, Rogue actually kind of reinforces my questioning of the Earth changing without us. Is kind of what I'm going for, the throat here.
Okay,
You
what
understand what I'm
I'm saying is
Like the moon, he's talking about, he said the moon is getting closer. You're saying, well, no, it's getting farther away. So there is change happening and it's going to affect climate.
Dad, it's
Don't call me dad, son of a bitch.
I'm agreeing with you on that, but I'm saying that we are accelerating the change. And it's
Well,
not good.
right. Okay,
That's what I'm saying.
I'm just saying. I'm not saying that we're not contributing.
We are. That's what people are.
I get that. We kind of agree on that.
Okay.
Right? Scott wants to know your thoughts on stoned ape theory.
Stoned ape theory.
Wait a minute. I have to work around. Michael D says I have to work around tides. Oh, Scott Zilla says talk about geoengineering. You know anything about that?
I would have to ask him to elaborate on that.
Can you elaborate on that, Scott? I'll ask for you.
Okay.
The moon moves about 30 feet away from us every year. Doesn't sound like much, but over 1 million years. This is why thoughtful debate and beer don't go together. Scott says, "Oh, that's the best one yet." I like the Look at it. It looks funny just seeing it. Okay, so where are we? We both agree.
The
China
Illuminati is-
control our looking at the real meat and potatoes here. Is the Illuminati trying to kill us?
No. Walmart is.
Walmart is. So Walmart's awesome.
Walmart's good.
So what do we do? You know, what's the answer? Do you personally I mean, because I personally don't believe any of this bullshit that if we put it in the control of the government, that's the last place.
No.
If we
no,
put everything in the control of the
think,
government, then they're gonna save us. You know.
I'm trying to be a little as political as possible and more scientific.
Well, that's what I mean.
That's what I'm saying.
That's why you're
Because
here.
I think private companies can do just as good of a job.
I think even more.
Look at Elon Musk.
Right.
That's a private company, and he is launching spacecrafts that can land by themselves, have its own landing platform. You know. So okay. So a lot of the biggest one is not emitting as much carbon into the atmosphere, because that's like the number one greenhouse gas. It traps heat. Another one is recycling, because have you ever heard of like these gyres in the oceans?
The what?
Gyres. That's what they're
Gyrus?
gyres. That's what they're called. GYRE. That's what they're called. They're these huge blobs of garbage that are just traveling across these oceans.
From China?
From everywhere. I mean, wherever garbage.
I'm sorry, I'm smiling because I'm thinking of Futurama.
Yeah. Well, that's it, because that contributes its own effects with climate change. In terms of it reflecting light off the sun or absorbing light, from this garbage, as well as damaging ecosystems in the ocean.
See, I'm not totally on damaging the whole ecosystem with it, because you have ships that sink, and if the ecosystems flourish in these sunken ships,
Okay, but these
oil.
But
another thing. Well, just one more point. Oil is of this earth. It dissipates. Oil spills are terrible, and they make ducks look all stupid, and you have to fucking wash them with Dawn and all that happy horse shit. But oil is of this earth. It's biodegradable. It becomes the earth.
But it doesn't dissolve in water. It doesn't mix with water. It stays right on the surface. So it is affecting.
I think it does biodegrade.
Okay, but not into the water. It doesn't dissolve into the water. It'll stay unmixed with the water as long as time exists. It'll biodegrade maybe in dirt or land, but not in water. Have you ever poured water and oil into
I know
glass?
the immediate.
It's not going to change. It's not going to change. If something is insoluble, it will not dissolve unless you increase the temperature, you add an acid, whatever. The oil is going to stay there unless you clean it up. That's why they had to clean it up. That if it dissolved in water, they'd be like, okay, it'll just dissolve in the water. It'll be fine. And the water is dilute. It'll dilute. It'll still be dilute because the ocean's huge, and there's a oil spill that's tiny compared to the volume of water, but it doesn't dissolve. It doesn't mix. It doesn't degrade in water.
It doesn't break down at all. Oil doesn't.
No. Water is a polar molecule, and oils are these long, unsaturated fatty acids.
What did you just call me?
Fatty acid.
Fatty acid.
But these.
That was a good one. Hey, that was clever.
These oils, they're fats. They're fats.
Okay.
And they have a completely different structure than water does. So polar, like sodium chloride, salt, that dissolves in water.
Do fish have fat?
Yeah, omega-3s, but it's a different biochemistry of fat. There are different types of fats. Trans, saturated, unsaturated.
Trans.
Yeah, trans.
I'm sorry. I just. Where do they get oil? Don't they find it on the ocean and shit like that?
No, underground.
Right. I mean, don't they drill in the ocean and shit too to get oil?
Well, no. There's just not just oil floating around in water.
I know. What are those things out in the middle of the ocean with like those where they
Oil
drill?
rigs, that's like deep underground.
I'm not trying to piss you off.
You're not like.
I'm curious. I know there. I see shit in movies.
The Earth has a surface, right? So even though it's water, they're drilling underneath the surface,
right?
Which is
underneath the
water.
Sea.
Yeah, but it's not in the water.
Okay. So what would happen if this oil released into the ocean naturally? That's under the sea.
Well, there's a reason that it's not. There's a reason that it's not being released into the sea.
What would happen, though? I mean, would it take care of itself naturally? It can't, right? Because you just biologically
a lot of species would die out because they're not adapted to it, to oil. They're adapted to water. They can't breathe oil. Breathe water.
How's your beer going there? You're empty. What, you don't want any more? I'm not trying to force you to drink. I know, I was getting you worked up a little bit there. No, I get it.
Does the Earth move? Does it change it? Or does it really change it?
Does the Earth move? What did you call me? Something
fatty asshead.
Oh, that's fucking brilliant. That was good. That was good. Yes. I like that. The sea for Christianity. That's a good one too. I'm not going to get into that. Okay, so where were we? Answers. You just spoke of, recycling. Obviously, we all do
forms of energy too,
right? And we do that
because burning coal is still prevalent, and
it has to be.
Well, no, it doesn't. No, well, it does now because we don't have any other efficient.
Right. Everything is backed up by coal. Everything.
Well, they
try.
found new ways of burning coal. You know how your wood burner works. It doesn't release bad gases into the air. It burns the gases first.
Right.
And then it releases into the air. So it traps, the gas is trapped and it gets burned until it's lighting up.
That's what those little flue things are for.
So it's the same thing with burning coal. So they burn the coal and they trap the gas, the sulfur dioxides, the carbon dioxides, and
it's profitable to do that too.
And they burn that.
Right. There's a profit behind it.
It costs money. It costs money because there needs to be additional machinery to burn those gases.
Well, this work it's got those flute things.
Yeah.
And it traps the gases and the fire burns it. It just holds it. It holds it hostage for a little bit.
But a lot of companies aren't, oil, whatever, or coal, companies.
Efficient?
It's not it's not that efficient. Another way is trying to harness energy from the sun, because the sun is constantly hitting this planet with
there's
all types of radiation. If we could harness the energy of the sun, we could power this entire planet for millions of years without ever having to use any other form of energy. Another good energy source is water energy,
right?
Because water is definitely reusable. So the problem with this is that we're going to run out of oil one day. We're going to run out of coal one day at a much sooner time than we run out of water or sun or anything like that. Another one that they're trying to do now is what the sun does, is nuclear fusion, but doing it on a smaller scale here on Earth. But it's really hard because you need a lot of energy already to fuse atoms together.
Explain that to us. Or did you just do it and I...
Well, fusion is taking two atoms, so hydrogen. So let's take two hydrogen atoms. You fuse them together, they form helium. You're fusing their nuclei together, their nucleus together. That takes a lot of energy, but it also releases a ton of energy per unit volume. So it's a very energy dense process. That's why the sun is so hot. That's why stars are so hot, because they're fusing these atoms like on a scale that numbers can't explain. And they're doing it all over the place on their surface, everywhere. And it's releasing so much energy. That's why they're so hot. That's why stars have different colors, is because of their rates of fusion.
So
So if
the sun is almost like a god, isn't it?
yeah,
Is the power that it has?
yeah.
Excuse me.
But eventually it runs out of energy, and then it, collapses on itself.
Did you say it collapses on itself?
Yeah.
Now, what would that be like? It collapsing on itself. Would it be an implosion first?
Well, it depends on the star size. So stars like ours, which aren't very big compared to other stars that we've found, it will explode in a supernova. So what it'll try to do is it'll try to use all of its energy to try and save itself, basically, and it gets really big. So it'll swallow everything in its orbit, basically, and it'll eventually just collapse on itself into like a white dwarf, which is just a smaller version of itself. But it's
So
really,
like compresses almost?
yeah. And then there are stars that are bigger than that, but aren't big enough to form black holes. I'll get more to that. Where they explode and they collapse in on themselves, and the forces required to fuse electrons and neutrons together and stuff like that aren't broken. So you basically have these stars that are just a packet of neutrons, and it's super dense. So if you were to take like a teaspoon of neutron star material, it would weigh the same as Mount Everest would weigh. Like that's like their indicator. Like a spoonful of sugar is
Grams?
couple like 100 grams, maybe 50, 100 grams.
Right.
Spoonful of neutron star material is billions of tons. And then
That's amazing.
and then you have black holes, which are infinitely dense. So if you were to take a spoonful of black hole, it would weigh infinite.
That can't be, right?
It is.
It can't. Okay. Are we going to get on an infinity conversation?
Yeah.
Because it can't be. Infinity can't exist.
It does. And our laws of physics break down because of it. Because infinity exists, basically.
A black hole is infinite in a certain sense.
Yeah.
Infinity.
Yep.
Just something about infinity. I just can't. Infinity, time travel, never. Those. I
Time
can't.
travel is not possible.
Yeah, it's. That's what I think of when I think of infinity. Like it can't exist.
Infinity does exist. It exists in a lot of forms. There are different types of infinity.
Certainly.
There are different forms of infinity.
But like a black hole is the exact opposite, almost, of infinity, isn't it?
No, it is.
It is infinity. That's what a black hole is.
Well, there's an infinitesimal, which is a really, really small number, but it's not zero. So a black hole, its singularity is an infinitesimal point of space-time.
Okay, hold on a second. I need to sit down for this.
Yeah, because I'm schooling your ass.
What did you call me again?
Fat ass. Or no.
Fathead acids? What did you?
What did I
His
say?
eyebrows. Fathead acids? Or what did you call me?
Fatty asshead.
Fatty acid.
Yeah.
I have to admit, the black hole thing troubles me.
Well, yeah.
I'm troubled.
Well, they exist.
I'm troubled by the Earth not changing itself, and I'm troubled by black holes being infinite. In one form, correct?
Rogue just said, Rudy asked him about Beetlejuice Sun. They say it's about to burn out. It is. It's a star that's a couple light years away, and it's about to go in supernova. And when it does, it'll be like as bright as our sun.
To us?
Yeah. That's how powerful these supernovas are. And it'll be up there for months.
And we're going to witness this in our lifetime.
Possibly. It could be now, it can be in 1,000 years.
So it's going to be like Pitch Black. Remember that movie Pitch Black where you had multiple suns?
Yeah.
That'd be fucking weird, dude. And that won't affect our climate at all, right?
No. Unless a gamma ray. Because the supernova, they're so high energy they emit gamma rays, which is the highest energy form of light. And if a gamma ray,
that's what propels the Hulk.
So
we'll all be Hulks, right?
If gamma rays hit our planet, it's gonna destroy us like that. It'll wipe out our atmosphere. It'll burn us to smithereens.
Well, that would suck. Of course, you wouldn't. It would be like, right? That's it, right?
Yeah, done.
That's not such a bad way to go, right? I'd be all right with that, I guess. Time is man-made, duh. Duh.
Since the created universe is comprised of space and time, so the cause would have to be
duh.
Time is relative.
Oh, we got good. We got Rudy on toilet. Oh, I gotta catch that before it leaves. Explain entropy. At Grateful to Jesus.
I can explain it.
You can explain it?
Yeah.
Okay.
I just talked about it in my
talk. Make sure you talk so we can hear you.
So entropy is essentially a measure of. It's the most general is a measure of randomness in a system. But there's more to it. It's essentially a.
Is it infinite randomness?
No, but entropy increases over time. So
it's exponential?
No, not necessarily.
You said it increases over time.
Yeah, but that doesn't make it exponential. It can increase linearly, quadratically, cubically, quartically, logarithmically.
What the fuck is that all about?
Those are just different math.
I don't even know what those are.
Okay. So
Rudy be drunk.
So
there we go.
Let's take this glass.
Okay, was that enough? Oh, okay. You're still going on the entropy?
Yeah, it's
you're still going on the entropy.
It's a form of the unit of entropy is energy per unit temperature. So it's a weird unit, but it's.
What do you mean, like a calorie? It's a measurement.
Yeah. Yeah. It's a
measurement. Okay. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
So our glass here. This exists in a state of glass.
Right.
Its arrangement is glass, all like that. But there can be multiple states in which these arrangement of atoms exist.
Right.
They're called microstates. And these microstates rely on probability. So it's more of a statistical thing. So entropy is just a measure of, not in a sense of probability, but a measure of the arrangement of a microstate in a system, of microstates in a system.
So why?
I don't know.
I mean, how? Take us down to Earth for a second.
So here, let me go back to black holes.
Wait a minute.
No.
Are we going to round off?
Yeah.
Okay, go ahead.
So black holes are great at increasing the entropy of things because it destroys things. So this glass has a low entropy right now because it exists in one microstate. But when you throw this into a black hole, it separates all the atoms. It breaks it all down into its atomic components. It increases its entropy. So if you have a clump of atoms that don't have any arrangement, it has a high entropy. Oh, here's another good example. So you have a sandcastle.
Right.
I can hit that sandcastle and it turns into sand. I can increase its entropy very easily
By destroying it.
by destroying it. It's a non-zero probability, so it technically could happen for a glob of sand to over time form into a sandcastle with no external forces.
Oh, okay. I see. Thank you. Now
Better
that makes a lot. There is a. Okay.
There was a
hold on,
randomness
let me try to put my thumb or finger on this. Wait a minute. I'm swapped here. When it's a sandcastle, it has a low entropy.
Yeah, because
When it is sand,
it has a high entropy because it can be formed into any sandcastle you can make.
right. But it has a higher entropy as sand.
Because it can exist in many different states.
Okay.
It has a low entropy as a sandcastle because it only exists in one arrangement of atoms.
Or based on its randomness, which is close to infinite, that it would never form. But this is where I'm kind of confusing the measurement, because it's like the flip of a coin, right? If you flip a coin 10 times, you're not gonna get heads 5 times, tails 5 times.
You have external forces in your fingers and your thumbs that are affecting that
outcome. The closer you get to infinity, the closer it'll get to that 50-50, correct?
Yeah.
The more times you do it,
yeah.
Right? So I'm trying to relate that to the entropy measurement, which is the opposite of that, kind of, correct? It's randomness that gives you the higher entropy, as opposed to what I was just talking about, which is the flip of a coin. That's right. Like, you see that? You just made him smile, eh? Stop it. Sandcastle made of sand fell in the sea. Okay, it's a level of decay, but energy can. Well, listen to 8. It's a level of decay, but energy cannot be created or destroyed. Energy just changes from one form to another. No God needed. That is true.
Yeah.
That is true. And that's what you were talking about with why water would be so useful, because that transition in water
is so easy.
It's so unique and easy, and it should be something looked at.
And another form would be the sun. That would be a good form.
Mitch Plug says I'm fucking hammered. I already need another beer. Excuse me. You want to talk about black holes some more, don't you?
No, I'm okay. You want to hear something cool I learned in my PChem class?
Yes. Yes, I do.
It's quantum mechanical. So we talked about light. You know how light behaves as a wave and as a particle? Have you heard of that? Light can behave like a wave and a particle.
Particle meaning it could go through?
No, so like a wave has a wave function. It behaves very differently than like a particle.
Okay.
So they basically tested, there were these experiments to see how a wave or how light acts as a wave. So when you have waves that interfere with each other, and let's say that their amplitudes match up. So you have one where it's like this, and then it like on top of it, it's the same one.
Right.
They add up and they create a stronger, more intense wave.
So they become each other.
Yeah, they add. That's called
Right.
constructive interference.
Okay.
And then you have just destructive, which is the opposite. They're an opposite,
Right. They don't coincide.
and then they cancel out.
They deviate.
So they tested this using a double slit experiment, which is basically you have a light emitting machine, and then you have a wall with two slits in it, so light can pass through those two slits, and then you have a screen at the end. So they let this light pass through these two slits, and they wanted to see a wave pattern with constructive and destructive interferences, and they saw that. So they, concluded that light behaves like a wave. But then Einstein and Max Planck and Heisenberg, they all came in and they
Heisenberg
demonstrated that light behaves like a particle, almost like a packet of energy, which is where the word quantum comes from. A quantum is just a packet of energy in this case. And they used it with this effect called the photoelectric effect. Now, we didn't really go too much into that yet, but that it was just determined that light behaves like a particle. So they were trying to see how light can behave like this particle and this wave. And they went back to the double slit experiment, and they started throwing these. So there were inconsistencies in the wave theory and the particle theory. So they went back to the double slit experiment, and they started throwing essentially one particle or one photon, which is a packet of light, a particle of light. And they were able to measure and see if it was still giving an interference pattern or if it would even go through or something like that. And they were able to see that one particle was able to give an interference pattern. So that basically means that this one particle of light traveled through both slits. So it would be like me going through two doors at once. And then the light interfered with itself.
in the one.
Yeah. You can't understand it. No one can understand why it does that. One part, and it's not just light, it's electrons, it's high mass molecules that do these
A
things.
particle is a straight, right?
Think of it as like a point-like
Right.
substance.
Like a laser.
Yeah, but
Are laser particles correct?
they're light. Yeah, they're just
Or is it
ionized.
light?
It's ionized light. Yeah, but think of one particle, one elementary particle. It can't be divisible. It can't be divided or anything like that. It can't. You would think with common knowledge that it can't. It can only be in one point in space at one time. But it was able to travel through both slits and then interfere with itself to create the same interference pattern as it would as if a bunch of photons were to travel through those slits.
Right, because there's shit constantly moving through us, right? Photons, and I remember when we watched the dude. Who did we used to watch on Netflix?
Neil deGrasse Tyson.
What?
Neil deGrasse Tyson.
What?
Neil deGrasse Tyson.
Jesus Christ. Sorry, I keep hearing Tyson. I'm like, did you just say Mike Tyson really weird? Oh, what do we got here? Thanks, Nazis. This is where lasers come from, Jedi style. Oh, that's awesome. That is awesome. Okay. So we solved global climate change, right?
Yep.
We got something to do with it, but not all of it.
Most of it.
There isn't too much we can do.
There's a lot that we can do. It just will take a lot of work.
But the planet's going to do what it does without us.
Yeah, it's gonna respond how it will because Mother Nature does its own thing. But You know,
And we should do something, right?
yeah, we should. It's not like being a wuss that, you know, you want to recycle or drive like an electric car. You know, like it's an actual problem that needs to be dealt with.
And we are dealing with it.
And we are, and we're doing better.
Right.
Like I said earlier, with China and India, they're doing better, and it
Right.
showed a significant.
And certainly we're not going to stop developing worlds either, correct?
World.
I mean, only, I mean, like third world, I'm talking, you know,
Oh,
first world,
like
you know. Right.
technological.
We're not going to like stop Africa from getting
no.
industrial and,
Yeah.
right? I mean, they need to do, it's important that they do that.
But they do it smarter.
Right. Well, they
Less.
learn from everybody else, and
Yeah.
right.
Yeah.
But it should happen. You know, we shouldn't go leaving TPs and right.
Yeah.
So we solved it. There's the solution.
Yep.
Oh, CeeLo's yawning over here. He's had 1.5 beers.
I'm just tired. I don't stay up this
It's
late.
okay. It's late, man. It's like 1 o'clock in the morning, you know? Oh, yeah. Okay. Are you done? We can close unless
I mean, I don't care.
you want to stay up for a little while.
You want to talk about
Well,
anything?
I'm going to bring 8 on. 8 has all those great questions.
Okay.
You want to bring 8 on? Okay. Yeah, hold on, guys. Give me just a second here.
I'm going to get a piece of.
I know how to do this, guys. I'm telling you.
I'll be right back. I'm coming back. Don't worry.
Yeah, he's coming back, and I
Nope, Vinny.
have technology.
I went to sleep.
Change. Mom, can't make a second. Okay, here we go. I got it. There it is. There it is, 8. Come on in, brother. It's good to see you guys. You know, I had my phone plugged in, and a bunch of you guys were streaming tonight, and me and the old lady were sitting there watching Best Cubes and all that shit. But yeah, did you guys get that?
Vinny.
Just the
Think I need to
city
go with
boys.
Infinity. Did I? Oh, I didn't post it yet. God damn it! Sorry, guys. I just didn't hit that icon. It was just sitting there.
And fell asleep.
Yeah. Hey, take your time. Yeah, we're up for a while. We're just hanging out now. But I thought that was a really cool, and I'm glad you were on, man. I thought it was really cool, and I think
No,
you got some pretty good reception. You know, so I appreciate it. And
I'm not versed in any of this. This is just my knowledge that I've brought together from my classes and stuff like that. So
right,
I'm not
right.
the smartest guy, you know. I just
No, but I think you bring a lot to the table. For me, you know.
let camel toes in.
Yeah, I thought he was too, Scott. Very, and it was easy for me to understand too, you know. And I don't know all that shit. I thought it would be cool to. Yeah, he did do a good job. I thought it would be cool to take a layman such as myself and combine it with an educated kid here.
Well,
and,
I think another another big issue with people trying to relay this information to the public is because there's a barrier of this communication, and it's a lot of the time people don't understand, you know, what we're saying. Like if I were to, you know, actually say what I know, what I like, all the terminology and stuff, and all the lingo that comes along with science, like it's hard for people to understand, and people really don't care about the facts and the data that comes along with with something like that. People care about ethos and empathy and emotion.
Well, right.
You know, like
right.
that's what,
Which is why we get a lot of the shit
Yeah.
media that we get now.
and that's
you know?
well with a lot of scientists that are having trouble with this and ethics and stuff like that. People don't want to hear, you know, facts. They want to hear something that appeals to their emotions and stuff like that.
I got Scottzilla.
So
Oh, I gotta do something like this, don't I?
Can I talk now?
Scott. Yeah, I can hear you, brother.
Yeah, I just want to say hi. I'll duck out when Countess gets in there. But I don't know what he's doing, but I don't care what he says.
He said he was
I'll
going to be in it, but I appreciate
No,
you
yeah, give
coming
him a
on,
minute.
buddy.
No, give him a minute.
oh, it's 8 camel toes.
Duck out.
Big
I'll
camel
shut up
toes.
when he comes in. I love the stream, man. It's really good.
How you doing, buddy? You doing okay?
I'm pouring a drink right now.
Yeah,
drank-
I try to. We're trying to.
This is a brand new
Oh
bottle.
my God!
Yesterday, it's a brand new bottle. I'm doing good, man. Be a man.
Well, you
How you
sound
doing?
good.
Yeah, I'm good.
You
I'm
sound
I'm
good,
having
dude.
fun. So, there's 8. Let me.
Now, hold on, let me fix this. Is that? Can you guys hear
that
me?
one.
There we go.
I got you.
Oh, wait a minute. They got
Oh,
smaller.
wait, yeah.
We try. That's better, isn't it?
Well, we got smaller calls.
There we
that
go.
hold.
There we go. That's better, isn't it?
Rudy's son. What's your name? I'm sorry, brother.
What did you say?
Oh,
What
Cullen.
do
Oh,
I
yeah.
need to
Did
do?
you say what my name was? Oh yeah, Cullen.
Cullen. Okay. Dude, let me tell
Is it
you,
on there?
it's because I got this. Is that better? Do you want to see me?
No, I'm trying to get the volume up so Cullen can hear a little bit better.
Yeah, just turn it
There
on.
we go. Oh, God damn it.
La 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 la.
You want me to do
Oh,
it?
it's just taking
Oh,
a second.
okay.
Check pa, check pa.
There we look. I'm getting a fucking time thing. There we go.
La la la.
There
la,
you
la.
go. Try it.
Now
That's
can
better.
you hear
That's
me?
better.
Can you hear me well?
Yeah. Yep.
Okay. I want you to know that your dad is stuck in caveman days as far as scientifically speaking, but he is an awesome dude. I want you to know we all love him to death. He's just the coolest motherfucker ever. He's stuck in caveman times when it comes to scientific theory and quantum physics and stuff like you're trying to tell him.
Yeah.
You know, as far as that old school don't know shit about science type of dude, he's just the coolest.
Oh yeah, we've had a lot of debacles and stuff like that over the years. So it's it's always funny, because I get worked up. Obviously, I just
I know the feeling.
Yeah.
He's having trouble understanding a few of the principles that you've been talking about, and I was hoping that I could maybe help him understand a little bit because I'm closer to his age than you are, but I'm closer to you as far as knowledge goes scientifically than he is. So I was hoping to kind of bridge the gap. You know what I mean?
Hey, I got our next StreamYard with me and CeeLo here is going to be a God conversation. I think we have to do that because we often have one, and it'd be great, I think, to have it on here to do that. So.
Oh yeah, I think you would definitely want me in the room for that one.
Yeah, I'd be down. I'd be down for that.
See,
You see how this works? It's like FaceTime. You have to talk separately.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
see, the reason I keep bringing up entropy is because he obviously is having a hard time understanding that energy cannot be created or destroyed. It only changes from one form to another. And that's basically what entropy, says. That's basically the second law of thermodynamics. And I don't think he's understanding it because he's looking at such a small scale, and he's not thinking about over millions of years of
it is
of matter changing from one form into another. And it's a common problem amongst and I don't like putting it this way, but it's just how it is. It's a common problem amongst religious people who believe in a creation, so therefore they can't understand that energy can't be lost or created. It only changes form. And, matter and particles, they change from. That's why I tried to give him that little analogy of if you burn wood, the wood's gone, but the same particles and atoms have been released through smoke and heat and through the waste product of the ashes. The molecules all still exist. They're just in a different form.
Yeah.
And I tried using that as an example of something he could understand as far as describing entropy.
And I think that it's hard for a lot of people to grasp a topic like that, because when you take like an intro chemistry course, you're dealing with looking at chemical reactions and stuff, and teachers always harp on accounting for all components of a reaction, because you can't just lose a molecule. Because it's just not possible. Everything has to be accounted for. Everything is converted into one form or another.
Or some other type of energy source.
Yeah, it's just a hard topic to grasp, especially if you're not literate in science, which is okay. I mean, it takes a lot of practice and a lot of studying to be literate in something like that.
I agree completely. But like I said, even though he lacks that, I want you to know that we all really think the world of him. He is a really dude.
I mean, I always try to come on, streams. I mean, they are late, but like I have school and stuff and all that. But whenever I come on, it's always cool to see like you guys are always, messing with them and stuff. And
oh, it's all love.
It's cool.
Everybody loves you, Dad.
All love.
You wrestled in high school?
So what?
He said that you wrestled in high school?
Yeah, I did.
Oh, that's cool. That's sweet.
Now I just smoke and drink because I blew my knee out. So I said, fuck it.
Yeah. I broke my wrist recently, so I've been...
That sounds like fun.
Doing a whole lot of nothing. Yeah. So, that's cool. But yeah, I thought this was kind of a cool thing because I mean, he does a lot of Browns talk and, he does the beer and stuff like that. So it was definitely like a cool, because he texted me like, hey, you want to do this? When I was, still, at school. And I was like, yeah, sure. And I had a good opportunity to come home for a day or two. And I was like, yeah, let's do it.
Oh, yeah, it's been a really interesting stream so far. I've really enjoyed it.
Yeah, and I think, with me graduating soon and stuff like that, I'll probably be home more often. It'll probably be more of a common occurrence.
Oh, hell yeah.
Cool.
It sounds great.
To do stuff like that. So. I'm glad everyone liked it, arguing and stuff.
Yeah.
Actually, I thought we were pretty cool.
Yeah, I know. I lose my cool sometimes.
I thought you got a little. Some of the questions out there, you got a little.
Well, because
perturbed.
There's a certain intuition that I have about science. Some of the questions that people have kind of it's not in the scope of anything, because it either doesn't make sense physically or chemically.
So it's my ignorance that was.
Not that you're ignorant, but it's
no.
So I understand.
Yeah.
No, Rudy's right. No.
Or something, or
Rudy is right on
I'm
this.
sorry.
It's not a negative word, dude. It is your ignorance. You're ignorant of it.
That's what I mean.
That doesn't. It
If you
means
don't
you
know
don't know.
something.
It doesn't mean that you don't have the ability to know it. It just means that you don't already know. We're all ignorant on different subjects. You know, there's
certainly.
there's a billion different things that I'm ignorant about just because I've never been given the opportunity to learn the facts. You know, we're all ignorant about stuff. So, I mean, it's not a derogatory thing to say, you know, that you're ignorant about. I mean, he's on here talking about quantum physics, dude. I mean, how many people really know a whole lot about quantum physics? He's talking about the particles going between the two slits in the paper. And I know exactly what he's talking about. Scientists said if we send one particle through these two slits, then on the other side, we're going to see where they hit, and it's going to be two lines because it's either going to go through this slit or this slit, and it's going to be two lines. But then when they saw the pattern on the other side, it was all the way across the board where they had went and split off, and they could send one through at a time, and it would go through both sides and split in different ways. So it created a blanket effect instead of two lines. And I mean,
I know about going through the slit. All right. I've been doing that on my whole life, going through the slit. What are you talking about?
He's talking about Slitta.
I'm going to take you Jersey down.
Fucking dude.
No, but
Go
I know.
ahead.
I know what you're talking about. I know the exact experiment you're talking.
I'm lost.
About, and
Let
that
me
is
go.
where laser beams came from.
Let me twiddle my thumbs. I'll be back.
Okay.
All right. Let me twiddle my thumbs. Okay.
Because they said if we
Don't
can,
twiddle them more than 3
if we
seconds.
can
You're playing with them.
concentrate these, if we can concentrate these light particles through a central slit, then we can create a laser beam, right? And then they realized that they couldn't. So then they had to figure out how to like circumnavigate the quantum physics of these particles splitting apart. And that's what led them to create laser beams.
Yeah, I'm not too well versed on lasers, so I'm sure you're
I'm
on the ball.
I'm not either. I just know that particular experiment with the two slits is what led to laser technology.
Well, with anything with light, it's weird to think that light has a concentration or like an intensity. So lasers are just high intensity streams of light. I mean, like lasers, you can cut like lasers can cut through things. You know, light carries energy.
Exactly. It's not just the light; it's the energy that's inside the particles of light. Inside the beams of light, there is energy. Just like if you turn on a flashlight. If you turn on a flashlight, the battery is providing the power. Light is one of the byproducts, you know, from the bulb, and another is heat. Heat is coming off of it. Right. So the energy that comes out of that battery is the molecules they're not being lost or gained. They're being transferred into different forms of like light and heat.
See, you know, I'm so glad we're talking about this because this is where a lot of my questions come from with the climate change thing. I mean, this is really almost the whole basis of my questioning with global warming, climate change, all that shit is everything kind of winds up the same a little bit. What, you know, we got this Earth, we've got these, of course it changes. You know, it's going to keep changing. It's not going to stop changing.
But just
and
like
that's where, like you were saying with the wood example, you know, if I burn wood, you know, they must stop grilling outside for God's sakes because of the carbon emissions from it. Correct?
Yeah.
You know.
And
so
another he brought up.
Well, no, it's this transfer that has been happening since the Earth began.
But
now
that troubles me with.
But now it is highly. There's way more of it. You know, we're exacerbating the situation because the Earth is overpopulated and there's more people. If the Earth was the Earth and there were two people driving a car, right? that wouldn't make any fucking difference. You know, the Earth could offset that. But when you have 7 billion people who are driving cars and putting extra carbon into the atmosphere, now we're talking about a problem. Now it's a problem.
Right, another thing.
No, I'm glad he talked about the population because I'm not big on the population thing either. I know Bill Burr wants to kill people.
Listen, another.
And I love Bill Burr.
That brought up a good point because trees are plants, whatever, anything that can photosynthesize light and carbon dioxide.
SpongeBob SquarePants.
They
provide
incredible machines in soaking up carbon dioxide in the air and releasing water and oxygen and sugars.
Certainly.
Yeah.
But when you have these forest fires, which are man-made or non-man-made for whatever cause they are,
Most of them are man-made.
and you have an overpopulation, these trees can't soak up carbon dioxide. It kills them because
Exactly.
there's just too much going into them. That's another thing.
Okay.
Exactly.
Now,
right.
now hold on a second.
Trees are a natural
Okay.
filtration system for carbon dioxide, but with a population so big and so much carbon dioxide being pumped into the atmosphere, there's not enough trees, there's not enough plants to photosynthesize that to offset what we're doing. So the more we put into the air, the more trees we cut down, the less natural filtrations we have through the trees. Plus, when you talk about these wildfires, you're not talking about like 2 or 3 acres of trees burning. You're talking about thousands and thousands of acres. You're talking about tons and tons, metric fucking tons of carbon dioxide being put into the atmosphere. And there's not enough natural filtration, which would be trees and plant life, fauna. There's not enough of it to filter all that out. And then here we are driving cars around and, you know, we got cows farting, putting methane in the air and shit. That sounds crazy, but it's true. I know it sounds crazy, but it's true.
Well, hold on a second, Scott. Scott's going to say something here.
Well, yeah, I agree with you guys. As far as wildfires go, it's created by the people that put out the fires. The wildfire crews are guys that are homeless, and they don't do anything until there's a wildfire. They create them. Another thing, oh God, was my second point. I forget. God damn it. I forgot my second point. But a lot of that is
about
created by the
entropy.
people that put out the fires. Trust me, the wildfire crews, they're homeless guys. That's all they do is put out fires, and so they start one. I had another great point, and I'll get back to you. Forgive me. God damn. It's your fault.
Hold on a second. I want to talk real quick about the significance of people.
I had a great second point. I fucking forgot it.
We know, Scott, you're just a wheelchair away from being Stephen Hawking. We know.
That is amazing. Thank you very much, man. I resemble that remark. I love it.
Hey, give me another one of these, dude.
You wait till I'm going to tell you something today.
Okay.
Stephen Hawking, really? Thank you very much. No, I would rather have somebody like Google or Siri talk for me. Camel,
I am Scott Phillip.
no, you gotta listen to it. When I come up with my second point, you gotta. I'll shut up. When I come up with it, you gotta fucking listen to it, fucker.
Yes.
Right?
When you come up with your second
My
point, I will
second
be here
point
ready
is
to hear it.
fucking amazing. Fuck off.
Yeah, Rudy, fuck off.
Hey, okay. I do have a point. And it's about people, about too many people, you know, I mean, you were just talking about that, eh?
Yeah, overpopulation.
And I saw a study where everybody in North America, if we stood side by side, would fit inside a small city in Florida.
If everybody on the planet were given like 1 acre of land, it would only take up Montana. Right?
Right. So, and this is kind of my point with
when the shit's spread out over the whole globe and people are pumping so much, when their carbon footprint is so large, it doesn't matter. If you want to take it to that level and be like everybody on the planet could have an acre of land and we'd all fit in Montana, that shit don't matter when you think about the carbon footprint that we all use every day. Driving
Okay,
cars,
so if we
just think about, but I don't drive my car a lot. I sit in my house. Well, you're sitting in your house. You know where that power's coming from? They're burning coal. And the coal they're burning for the power, for the lights you have, for the power that you're using to stream the technology that you're using right now, everything that takes power in your house, they're burning coal, and that's putting carbon into the atmosphere. So it ain't just about, well, I can't mow my lawn until it gets dark at night, so that's going to save the planet. Your carbon footprint is fucking huge, just sitting there. You feel like you're not burning carbon right now, but you are, because you're using power to power your house and power all your outlets and shit, and they're burning coal to do that, and that's carbon going into the atmosphere. Your carbon footprint is fucking huge, and when you multiply what you do by 7 billion people, that's huge. And no, the earth is not going to sit here and fucking take it. She's going to fight back. And that's why you see weather patterns as crazy as they are now. And that's why you see this influx of hurricanes and tornadoes and tsunamis and shit, because she's done with us. She's ready to wipe us out. And she's going to. It has been exacerbated recently, and it's going to continue to. And I know your argument, Rudy, is, yeah, but weather changes all the time. Yeah, over thousands and thousands and thousands of years, not over 20 years like we're doing it now. Not over 10 years, not over 5 years like it is now. You talk about weather change that happens over thousands and thousands, if not millions of years, and ice ages happening 30 fucking thousand years ago. We're talking about climate change on a scale that you can't even comprehend, because you think about things on this small scale and you don't think about what you're talking about really happened on a large scale. And we are condensing this down into a very minute period of time where we are completely fucking up all the weather patterns. We're fucking this earth up. And you want to sit there and be a Republican if you want to get fucking political about it. You can sit there and say, well, we've got a thriving economy. Yeah, because of deregulation. Because Trump comes in here and says, well, if the government don't make us have to pay to do something with our waste products, that is helpful to the environment, we can just dump them out in the fucking ocean, then yeah, we're going to make more money. The economy is going to thrive, and we're going to continue to fuck this planet up even more and more and more due to deregulation. And Republicans think about regulation as being regulation.
Did you hear that?
Big government and shit. But it ain't like, I live in North Carolina, dude, where every time I take a sip of water out of the faucet, I know I'm drinking hog shit. I know that there's hog shit in my water.
Bobby, can I ask you something?
Hey,
In 1 week,
North Carolina.
hey, listen to this.
Duck Rabbit. You ever heard of that? Hey?
Yeah, I know that brewery.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying tonight, buddy. Sorry, Scott.
In 1 week, we can fill Giant Stadium for the coal we burn in a fucking week.
Yeah.
To keep this country going electricity easy. I see trains that are a mile long full of coal. They burn it up like.
Yep.
Where is it coming from? Is it a fossil fuel with dinosaur? Oh, that's oil with the dinosaur. Where's the fucking coal coming from? And I think it'd be raw from the earth like that. Mother's gonna come back and she's gonna come around. She's gonna kick you her fucking ass.
Yeah.
Where's it coming?
Hold on a second.
Stadiums full of coal burned in a week to keep their pussy ass fucking warm. I use yeah, watch it.
Okay, now hold on.
Now I have a solar power from the wind.
And let me say this.
Everything, and you guys, you're scared. I live in 20-degree weather without heat, and you need your fucking electricity with your fucking gadgets. Mother's coming back for you. She's coming back for you, and it's gonna hurt. I can't wait. I love your disasters. I
Hold on a
do.
second.
Yeah, but Rudy, let me just. I'll let you go off, Rudy. But
Yeah,
what
go ahead,
is
Dave.
coal?
Go ahead, Dave.
What is coal?
I'm
It is
sorry.
carbon.
Compounded
It's carbon. Coal is carbon. That's why they
It's a
say coal
polymer
gets turned
carbon.
into diamonds under enough pressure, because a diamond is 100% carbon. That's why it's the hardest mineral on the planet. Coal is carbon.
Hold on.
That's why Superman took the lump of coal and squeezed it into a diamond.
Right.
Because coal is carbon. So when you burn coal, you are putting 100% carbon into the atmosphere. And
Marty,
that's what we use to power this country. Not renewable resources like fucking sunlight and wind and fucking water, hydraulic. We use coal. It is 90%, and it is all carbon going straight into the atmosphere. And you can't run countries for years and years and years and years and years and years off of carbon-based fuels and not think that going into the atmosphere is not fucking up our weather patterns.
you will.
Okay, what were you going to say?
So, hold on, I got to finish.
He's eating a fucking Oreo, dude.
In the cities.
All right.
Cleveland, you're all afraid of it. They don't have coal power plants in the cities. They put it out in the rural areas. Like,
Right. Right. They're not in your face. It's not like China where they got them like right next to the airport and shit.
So,
so
when you burn hydrocarbons, which is carbon and hydrogen containing compounds, like coal is just a huge polymer, these huge carbon hydrogen branched molecules and stuff like that. When you burn these, and when you burn things, you burn them in the presence of oxygen. So that's like what the chemical, reaction looks like. You've got
Fire needs oxygen.
you have hydrocarbons plus oxygen on the reactant side, and then you go through the reaction and you form carbon dioxide and water. And all combustion reactions with hydrocarbons, you form carbon dioxide and water. That's just what kinetically happens. That's what forms. But when you have these huge compounds of carbon that have a lot of carbon in it, when you look at stoichiometry, which is just basically how a reaction is balanced. So there's numbers behind balancing these reactions.
Right, like a credit and debit sheet in
With-
accounting.
with-
correct?
Yeah, basically going along the lines of the conservation of energy, like he was talking about. You have to account for all of the molecules in your reaction. So when you have these hydrocarbons, these huge hydrocarbons being broken down basically by the burning of coal, there's a ton of carbon dioxide on this side of the reaction.
Right. It's like a credit side.
You're per unit reaction, you're getting a huge, dense carbon dioxide product yield. So that's why burning coal is so detrimental, is because when you burn coal, you produce a shit ton of carbon dioxide.
right. Everybody feels it's an imbalance somehow of carbon.
Huge imbalance.
Right.
Kinetically, reactions have to do that because there's so much carbon present. It has to go somewhere, and it goes all towards carbon dioxide. So you can have these.
It's politics, man. And then the sun, like where I live in Arizona, you can have a power plant full of solar panels. Listen to Elon Musk. Like, we can close down that plant and put panels galore in Arizona. We'll grab all the power we fucking need. And really cold. Nothing grows around the power plant. Do I know? I fucking see it. Nothing grows around the power plant. Why? No plants. Nothing. They don't need to cut the weeds down because everything is dead within 5 miles of the fucking center. Right here, because you can't see it. Because you're that fucking blind, motherfucker. Because you can't see it. Like the coronavirus. Let it kill you, bitch. Tell me you fucking. You know what I mean? Because you can't see it doesn't mean it's not there. And believe me, I love cool power plants. When I live in Phoenix, we need more power. Why don't you learn to conserve power a little bit, motherfuckers? You need your warm heaters and fucking electric blankets and your fucking 20 lights, whatever. I hate.
Oh, electric blankets are awesome.
I do. You need to toughen up a little bit.
The only problem with solar power though is that they don't have a really good efficient way of capturing
Well, what if it's
light.
cloudy? Yeah, what if
Exactly.
it's like volcano?
Right.
Well, UV radiation, UV rays, you know, the shit gets you sunburnt and stuff.
Right.
UV radiation goes right through clouds. So
Right,
if we're
right.
in any way to harness not
That
just
is
light
the-
energy, but UV radiation,
I heard that too.
Specific.
Right. UV radiation has to be captured somehow, and that's what we're having trouble. My point was,
Well, if you
and
want
I'm glad you guys.
if you want some, I'll have some in my skin in the summer.
He's really white.
That's my friend. Go ahead, go in on me. Yell at me. Go ahead. I'm wrong.
Oh no. My point was, and he kind of fronted or kind of destroyed what I was going to say with the whole coal thing, the credit debit that we were talking about. You know, if you burn a tree, say you burn the whole tree, what happens with it?
It becomes ash.
It becomes ash, and ash is good.
And
It
he-
goes down further. So in the destruction, you know, what do you call it? It's necessary. Our destruction is like necessary. And I'm not talking about, you know, when we die and we rot, is constructive. Isn't that true?
No, yeah, we
That's part
Right,
of
life.
That
Like,
is
it's that last school song, you know.
Can I share?
Right, it's the last school song at the end of the album. You know, this is necessary. Life feeds on life. Right, if you burn a tree,
Yeah.
it does become. If you take that ash and nourish your lawn with it, your lawn is going to be more fertile, and that's some of the reasons I have behind, with fire and trees burning, and I would
Well,
believe.
see, that's because you're thinking of what it does for the soil and not thinking about what it does for the air. That's why it's called soil
Yeah, the air
air
explodes it.
conservation. You're thinking about, yeah, it's good for the soil. That is thermodynamic. That is the second law of thermodynamics. That is entropy. You take something that is in one form, you break it down, it becomes fertilizer to grow into another form. Just like like me, when we die, we'll be in the ground and our bodies will decay and we will turn into grass above our graves. And
We're fertilized.
Yeah,
Right.
like what good is water and acid rain? You know, what good is water and an acid rain? I love this discussion, and believe me, guys, you guys are way more advanced than I am. But let me tell you this: I ordered bamboo toilet paper and paper towels this week. I'm going bamboo toilet paper. I'm gonna do a video, and I won't show you me wiping my ass, but I'm going bamboo. Dude, the shit they can grow like fucking crazy. And yeah, subscribe to A Camel Toes, Rudy G Funk, and the Sun. Thank you for being here. Great stream. We love your dad. And Scott fucking Zilla. And if you type in Scott fucking Zilla, hey, Rudy's son, your dad named me. Rudy named me Scott Zilla. He did. I'm proud of it. Fuck off. Fuck you.
Ooh, wow. Look at that. Did you see that, Scott?
No,
Oh, we
no,
lost your volume, dude. Scott, we don't hear you, dude.
no. I'm here.
I didn't do nothing.
Tell me what.
Oh, there you go. There you go.
No,
Well-
really, we love Rudy to death. We really love Rudy. Oh wow, sweet Corona. Okay, I can see.
Coronavirus, that'd be the
Cuervo,
world's
Jose
corona.
Cuervo. Whee!
He say Corona.
I'm
Well-
the last guy that should be in here.
Here we go. Hey,
Cuervo,
salute. Hey,
tequila.
cheers. Everybody over here in the chat.
Love you guys.
Cheers.
Love you, Rudy. Love you, Rudy,
Rudy.
son. Cheers.
Rudy Jr.
guys-
Sorry, what is it? CeeLo, right?
Hey,
Right.
Chad, wake up.
Yeah, we gotta get him an icon. You gotta
Hey,
change your
guys,
shit to your CeeLo.
It just sucks that I've only known your son for like an hour, and I like him already better than I like you. Ain't that some shit? I feel like he and I could have a way more in-depth conversation if you and Scott just weren't even in the room.
Well, I'll piss on that. How's that?
Yeah, I think I'm gonna
I'm just
Damn,
kidding.
fuck off.
Rudy, I'm just kidding, dude. Oh God, I ran them both up. So now here's the thing.
All right, he's just taking a piss, whereas he's all good.
Here's the thing that you may not know, but there's a Sasquatch that lives in your backyard. Listen, your
That's
dad
my father.
likes to go and take half a smoke, and we can hear the Sasquatch in the backyard. So you might want to
Yeah,
keep an
sure.
eye on it. He said that Vinny's
Oh, I
been
will.
keeping an eye out, but I don't know if Vinny's capable of taking down a Squatch.
He's getting there. He's
Yeah.
ferocious, though.
I mean, the other night your dad was like, "Hey, jump up here real quick," and he was like up here like Marmaduke.
Oh
Like-
yeah, he's a big boy,
Who?
Vinny.
Oh, Vinny.
Yeah, Vinny's a big boy. He'll kick my ass.
He's a monster.
Like he won't care. He'll just stomp all over me and bite my ears and
Yeah, but
take my shoes.
is it
Steal
because
my
he thinks
shoes.
you're a Sasquatch? Because your dad's been trying to get him to turn into a Sasquatch hunter.
Oh yeah.
We know three things. Anytime your dad goes to smoke, we know that one of three things is going to show up every time your dad goes to smoke. Either Sasquatch is going to show up, coyotes are going to show up, or a train's going to go by. And every time he goes to smoke, one of
Oh,
those
yeah, the
three
train,
things is going to happen.
I got all them out.
Oh, okay.
And it's usually the Sasquatch.
Usually the Sasquatch. Yeah. Oh, Vinny. All right, there we go.
Good boy. Give me just a second, guys. It's half a smoke time, so you got. Yeah, I know you're tired, buddy. You had a long.
Yeah, she fell asleep like
I took
2
a nap,
hours ago.
so I got a nap before my streams, or I'm garbage, garbage.
Well, at least I just have homework to do tomorrow, so.
I just need to know one thing. Oh, don't do that. Showing you belly button and shit.
Sorry, I didn't do that.
Hey, Rudy, I need to know. Or maybe you, Rudy Jr. Where are we going to start with the religious debate? I need to know where you're wanting to start with.
I don't know the next time I'm here. Or whenever I have free time.
We just got to think of the startup question, and it just goes from there.
That's what I'm saying.
Damn right.
So what do you
I
think?
have
the
to
startup
think mine,
question
but I
is?
don't know for sure.
I don't know.
I
CeeLo, I don't know if you know this, but I'm a devout Catholic. So
Catholic, you said?
I'll be defending my point of view from Catholicism.
Sounds good.
He's not a Catholic. He's an atheist.
What? I'm a
Okay.
total Catholic.
We gotta get it. Well, who's Catholic that we need to get on? Is Mosh Catholic?
No, I think he's Southern Baptist.
What about 44? Is he Catholic?
Yes,
Wait,
Noah is Catholic. You're right. Noah is Catholic.
Noah's Catholic?
Yeah.
His name is Noah, so I guess he has to be, doesn't he?
Yeah, Noah is Catholic.
Whatever, right? Oh, I kill myself sometimes. Oh, yeah. Yeah, we should get Noah on.
I'm heading to bed.
Noah's a good dude. I like him.
Yeah, Noah's cool.
He's a good kid.
That's my dude. He makes 90% of his videos from his break room at work. That's funny.
That's awesome. You coming in, buddy? Come on. Yeah, geez, Cullen. He didn't have a nap, man. I told him he should have got a nap in before tonight, man. It's fucking 2 a.m. He had wrestling practice this morning, and
Oh shit, he wrestled
sure
in
he's-
college?
yeah, he's D1.
Oh shit, man. What weight class?
I think he's 174.
Damn. No, no way. He must be a lot taller in real life than he looks on camera. I would have guessed more like 152.
Sit. No, he doesn't start though.
He looked kind of stocky to me. I was thinking more like 152, maybe 160.
Right. He doesn't start. He was a walk-on, so he was a walk-on. But he almost started this year. This is kind of like his senior year, but hold on a second. What is this? Scottzilla chime. Where'd Scottzilla go? Wait a minute, he's still there. What the hell did he
Peter
do?
bitch slob lover. There he is.
Yeah, man.
Oh, shit.
He's the kind of guy like he'll start shit and then a weasel away. I'm sorry, and then he wants to get bitch slapped again. He likes to get fucking ass. I'll tell you that. Fuck you, NorCal. Stay the fuck away. I try to fucking throw the flag out and say we're cool, but no, fuck
Nope.
off. Get
You
out of here,
can't do
bitch. Fuck off, bitch. Huh?
Hey, Scott, let me tell you something, and I mean this. I mean this to everybody over here. I hate to bring this to your channel, Rudy, but I mean this completely.
Yo, booger.
Listen,
John?
A-Bomb always wants to go, you hate me, you all hate me. And I'm like, I don't hate you because I don't give enough of a fuck to hate you. But let me tell you who I do hate. Let me tell you who I think is a royal piece of fucking shit. I mean, just the epitome of a fucking piece of shit. And that's NorCal. NorCal is the biggest piece of shit that even talks to any of us. He is a fucking backstabbing piece of shit. He is the worst of the worst. He is the fucking epitome of dumb shit, in my opinion. NorCal is a piece of fucking excrement. Sorry for bringing
We're
that
not talking
to the channel,
shit.
Rudy. Sorry for bringing that to
Oh,
you.
I see.
No, we're not
No,
talking shit. It's fucking real.
I saw A-Bomb stuff.
NorCal is a
NorCal.
backstabbing piece of shit.
Yeah. I remember when A-Camel's video got flagged, I went into Mosh's stream and that motherfucker was dancing like he just committed a crime.
Yeah.
I'm not fucking kidding, and I had a fucking problem with him. And I'm like, well, maybe I'm wrong, because he's that kind of pussy that will, hey, A-Camel, they'll suck your fucking cock for just to get a hello from you. And okay, Camel Clutch, like it takes longer. We're not going there. Like, anyways, that kind of guy. And you know what, NorCal tonight, fuck you.
Yeah.
Fuck off.
NorCal, double
No,
up
we're
on
done,
that.
bro. We're
Go
done.
fuck you, NorCal. He's a fucking
Yeah,
king.
I'm sorry to say, guys. Every time NorCal was in here, I thought he was pretty cool. I never had anything against him, but you know,
well, hey, and you never will. You'll never have anything against him until the next thing you know, he's on somebody else's channel raking your name through the mud, talking about you like you're a piece of shit. After he's been nice to you to your face, but he'll go behind your back and talk all kinds of mad shit about you. And trust me, he'll do it because that's what he does, because he's a fucking bitch. He's the biggest bitch that watches any of us. He is a piece of fucking shit. And I'm telling you,
Well,
from
you know.
years and years of experience, he is a piece of shit.
I mean, that's the trials and tribulations of having a channel. You know, if it ever comes to that, you know,
Yeah,
so be it. You know,
exactly. I'm not saying take my word or don't take Scott's word. Hey,
Right.
don't take Zilla's word.
Right.
Wait until he does it to you, and then you'll know. Don't take us on our word. Just keep him on your channel, and then watch what he does to you, and then you'll know when it's time to fucking block him.
Yeah, Rudy.
I'm liking John Locke.
People actually deal you that way, man. They do, and if you're smart and like, I'm on here 40 hours a week. I mean, I know what's going on, and it's not funny. I don't really. Listen. I fucking piss this motherfucker off. I have 5 hours a year of A-Cameltos trashing my shit, like a 1 hour live stream dedicated to fucking kicking my cock into my, pushing my shit in. And it's not about that. It's about being real, and you figure people out, man. If you're around that much, like, I'm not playing. Hey, go ahead, love NorCal. Listen, maybe I'm wrong, whatever. Cal's is my friend. He doesn't think I'm wrong, so he's smarter than I am. And you think we're about to bash him? No, he just fucking left me a comment that twisted me sideways. Fucking eat a dick. I'm here with Rudy having fun. Rudy, we love you. Go ahead, brother. Forget about this. Talk over us. Go ahead. Great stream with your son, dude. It was awesome.
I thought it was a cool stream. Yeah, I thought he really made this stream a rewatchable stream here, and it was
great.
somewhat of a learning lesson for me a little bit, but because him and I have been going, I was always of the, and this is not, I'm not father of the year or anything like that, but all the stuff he would bring home from school, I was always kind of like try to just keep him thoughtful. And that's kind of why I titled it "Thoughtful," as when he would come home with some of his shit, and I would debate him, and I was never a take my word for it guy. I was always like, well, what do you think about that? What I said, and I tried to make them think. And he's not my student by any means, but he was always thoughtful and considerate, and that's the kind of kids I wanted to raise, and I'm glad you guys witnessed
Rudy. Rudy, you know I love you to death. You my brother. We're ride or die. You know it. He knows like real shit. You know.
Yes,
like,
he does.
He knows like real science shit, and like this is what I want to believe, and it's okay for me to burn coal and shit because it's a big old planet, so just a little bit of coal ash going up into the air don't mean nothing. And
yeah, he didn't say that.
You think about it on such a small scale, whereas scientifically minded people like he and I think about it on a fucking grand scale of how it's fucking up the earth. And you think about it on such a narrow fucking thought pattern. And it's cool. I love you, brother. You know I love you, no matter what. But I can tell by seeing you talk to him, I'm like, this is the same conversation I would have with Rudy if I was the one sitting next to him. That's why I wanted to get in here to have his back, because I agree with everything he had to say. Hey, I think your son's great personally.
Yeah,
And it doesn't make me love you any less.
talking.
I still love you like a brother, but I think it really showed your narrowed understanding of some certain things. And, that's not me coming down on you. You know I love you, dude. You know I do. But it was really nice seeing you and your son go up against each other. And I had one side that I agreed 100% with, and another side I agreed with. And it was your son that I agreed with.
Well, I only had him flustered once. Once he started getting flustered, and I saw him like doing the old, what you fucking disrespect.
He did great.
Right. But, hey, right.
If your son,
A father needs to bust his son's balls. It's important, man.
no,
It's
your
important to
son
bust balls.
didn't know who he was up against. Your son doesn't know who Camel does. He doesn't know who Scottsdale is. Steel 58 Mullins. These people, if your son knew who we were, he would shit a brick. He'd probably not come on.
Oh,
I'm serious.
I mean,
Right? No, what Camel does, you're bad, dude. What are you talking about?
I was totally
He
on his
doesn't know who
side.
Camel does.
And I don't mean Rudy's, but I didn't like attack Rudy. I was just like, well, let me answer
No.
your question and let me ask you this. And
Hey,
his
Rudy.
son was sitting there going, this ain't Camel Toes dude knows exactly what the fuck he's talking about. What the hell?
No, but really, like Rudy, if he's told me to come on a live stream and I met 8 Camel Toes, I would shit a fucking brick. I'd probably piss my. I'm really like he could blow your fucking mind. Like, see, Tate Camel Toes is nothing because he's like in the higher echelons of bullshit. And even me. No, we are badass, man. Like it came from him in the grocery store. You're like, what the fuck was that? And hey, Rudy, I want to be adopted. Rudy, adopt me, please. I want to be part of your family. I love Stumbler and I love your son. I want to be your family. Adopt me, please, Rudy. Hey, you in the chat, fucking type 1. I want to live in Cleveland. I'll move there. I hate Cleveland. I'll move there. I hate fucking cows. I live around them. I'll move there.
When I live around them.
I want Stumbler to be my dad.
Oh, that's hilarious.
Nepotism, brother.
I tell you what,
Nepotism.
though,
Woo!
this
Cheers, everybody. 20
was
hours.
a successful
24 hour
stream.
stream bad dog. Sorry, I'm not.
If it wasn't for the cooperation with everybody, I mean, there were really. I was trying to watch the chat as much as I could, but I'm absorbing stuff too, and with the chat and all you guys, even once we got you guys in the chat, you guys were considerate, and I really appreciate that. You guys made this like a really fucking cool stream, and I just appreciate it. I really do. Want you guys to know that. Even though NorCal says you're a fake ass bitch, but I'm the backstabber. And I even did laugh. 1, 2, 3, 4. Wow, you got the pause right.
You insult me in my home, you're forgiven this time. As I late, things go well, you shaking, I'm high. By the way.
I like
Hey,
when you
I
say
don't-
that somebody
did you
is
guys
a
watch
huge piece
Moss
of
the other
shit and they
night?
prove it. I love when you call somebody a huge piece of shit and then they prove it because they're the biggest fucking loser on the fucking planet. But I love when you also keep their fucking comment up on the screen when they're a big fucking bitch.
Yeah,
Man,
yeah.
I gotta change it. What do you think
You're
drunk said?
fucking, you're not in suspicion. We got you, motherfucker. I'm tired of that. I saw that tonight. You're done. Even on my stream, I give you fucking credit, you bitch, and I fucking read that. Fuck off. the fuck out of here, bitch. Your fucking mind is fucking 5 zip codes beyond your fucking ass, NorCal.
That's
Fuck
true.
off.
Truth.
Okay,
I'm
hey,
telling you,
let me
I'm
piss
telling
and
you.
have smoke here.
There are not any fucking video makers that I hate, but I'll tell you, I hate this motherfucker, and I'll tell you why. Because he wants to kiss your ass in your face and then talk shit to you behind your back, and I don't get it. Because to kiss my
Where's
ass, you're
Kyle?
already behind me, so you're gonna kiss my
Where's
ass,
Kyle?
and then you're gonna stand up and stab me in the back. Cool story, NorCal.
Yeah,
Bitch,
where's kind
fucking
right
pussy.
there?
That's
That's
a
a
fucking
long,
pussy.
drown out fucking asshole. That fucking.
Fucking
And that's the
pussy
guy that
ass
you really
bitch.
want to hurt, you know? That's the guy that you really drag, make him fucking pay. Like tie him to a chair for days, yeah. No. I'd rather be beaten to death in a few minutes by somebody I hate. I'm sorry, kid.
Oh,
NorCal, that's your true color. I don't know
listen,
you. That's your color. Fuck off.
let me tell you my thing about NorCal and everyone like him. I would rather make a video that fucking sucked, that everybody agreed that video sucked, than to never make a video at all and just be a fucking typer troll. That's facts. I'd rather make a shitty video that everyone agreed sucked ass, but still be able to say, at least I made a video, than to be a fucking pussy that sat around typing all day long, being a fucking bitch. That's facts, NorCal, you fucking bitch. And you can go on whatever channel you want to go on. It don't change the fact that you're a fucking bitch. And the people you hang out with, fucking Cartman and A-Bomb and all of them, they're bitches too. You are a collective of fucking punk ass, fucking trick made little bitches that can't create quality content. And that's facts. And why the fuck you're here, I got no idea. Because you don't belong in the realm of people who can create quality content that people want to see. And that's facts. You a bitch made fucking bitch. Period.
We're done, dude. You're done.
Facts.
You're done, NorCal. Go over there and hang with that fucker. Fucking
No, he can't. He can't go hang out with them.
Gucci, go ahead.
He can't go hang out with them because they don't make any fucking quality content. So he's got to come over here and stick his fucking nose in our business. He likes running that fucking mouth because he's a fucking pussy. But then he comes over here and sticks his nose in our business because this is the only place he can get any fucking quality content. Because he sure ain't going to get it over there off the fucking butt humpers that he fucking hangs out with.
Yeah, keep typing, dude. Keep typing. They'll see
Tap,
the
tap, tap. Keep on typing. Keep on typing.
I don't care if there's 10 people in here now. There'll be 250 by memory. Keep
Keep on
typing.
typing, bitch. You right up there with A-Bomb. Oh, I like talking about dead babies and shit like that. Cool. You can be right up there with him. You can be up there in that I like talking about dead babies commentary. NorCal, you fucking bitch. You are a fucking bitch.
Yeah, give them an inch of rope. By the
Look
end
at
of the
him.
night, they'll fucking hang themselves with an inch of rope.
Look at him. Look at him down here dancing for daddy. Dance for me, you little bitch. Keep on dancing.
NorCal, you fucked up. You should have.
Oh, I stabbed you in the back. Yeah, right, bitch. I sat here for 5 months and shouted you out in every video because you bought me the fucking shittiest ticket to a football game anybody could get. Fucking back row. Nice. Back row corner. Hey, thanks, NorCal. Really appreciate it, dude. You really went out your fucking way. Let me tell you something. This is true. I got people that come on my channel that leave me $200-300 a week. Week after week, to make this actually a second job for me, to keep me from having to go get a part-time job. I got people that do that. Giving me a $40 fucking shittiest seat in the house fucking football ticket don't mean nothing. NorCal. I'm sorry if it hurts your feelings. I'm sorry if your 5 months worth of shout outs in every video I made wasn't good enough to cover your $40, you fucking cum bucket. You can expose anything you want to, because obviously Rudy G's going to sit here and not block you from his channel when he should. But that's cool. Who begs for money?
True colors.
Who's begging for money, dude?
I watch your pattern. I watch the pattern.
Being monetized is not begging for money. I know you don't make videos. I know you don't make videos, NorCal, because you're a bitch. You're a bitch.
I think you guys see that before I.
You're afraid to make videos. You are a bitch who's afraid to make videos, NorCal. So eat shit. Rudy don't want this on his channel. So go away. Rudy don't want this. Keep typing as fast as you can. You can't type faster than I talk.
He gave Camel the worst thing you ever did, apparently. It's all I ever hear about. It's like the worst movie you ever did, and they're shitty tickets.
Yeah.
And like, I wasn't around then, but I don't know you that well, but I'm learning to hate you. Fuck.
He is such a solid.
Camel talk.
Rudy, I apologize that he's over here, but you're letting him be here, so that's cool. You ought to just block him.
Yeah,
Everybody else did. Everybody else is blocked.
everybody's.
I mean, he's the biggest bitch in the fucking face of the planet. Dude, I would take 10 Tom Jasper Jr.'s over one NorCal. I mean it.
I like Tom Jasper
Because
Jr.
NorCal is
you know
the
what?
biggest bitch that's ever walked through the doors of this place. He is the
No,
biggest,
I think
just a crybaby bitch.
Scottzilla said something very important here, and Scott.
No, I'm going into NorCal, but I don't know, but Rudy, help me out here. Go ahead.
I don't watch enough of your guys' stuff. You know, when I tell you I'm selfish, I mean it. You know, when I like to sit on the couch, man, I go and I got an evening. I'm having a beer. I'm hoping that 8 Camel Toes or Mosh or Scottzilla. I'm hoping one of you guys are streaming. You guys get up. I go and watch. You guys see so much more content. I'm missing out on a lot of stuff that you guys see, and I apologize for that a little bit. But you know,
my last live stream, Camo came into my chat the first time. He told me to fuck off. I go, hi, Camo. And I go, we don't need the blood. Blood, DNA kills us whenever you ripped her ass. And then Camel Toes did a fucking Super Bowl stream. And he's not looking at the chat. And fucking Camel comes in and I go, put your bitch on the street, whore. Put that whore on the street. And like, it got ugly. And Camel was like, hey guys, what's up, dude? And like, Camo came in, he's the only guy that can do this fight, and he told me laugh out loud and fucking left. Camo, you guys watched my last stream. They're really good, dude. They're really good. I love you, Camo. But NorCal, you're a bitch, man. Camo,
NorCal is a bitch.
you got me. You feel it.
NorCal is the biggest dog ever.
Fuck off.
No, I get this, but y'all have to remember, when you enter that realm, that TTC realm, this is coming. It's not gonna.
But here's the
It's
problem.
not gonna stop.
Here's the
I'm
problem.
sorry. Go ahead.
Neither one of them are TTC. Kevo is not TTC. Fucking retard over here, NorCal, he's not TTC. They're not TTC. They're just asshole trolls. They're not trash talkers. TTC means trash
okay.
talker circle. They're
see.
not trash talkers.
Right,
They're
but I mean,
They're toppers who get pissed off if they give you a $40 fucking ticket to a football game and you shout them out every fucking video every day of the fucking year for 5 months, gets pissed off when you stop shouting them out. Crybaby bitch.
right, but I mean, even part and parcel to the point is that comes with it. That if North Cal doesn't make any videos, and hey, I'm not just sticking. I don't know North Cal. Like I said, he was always really cool. Every time that I can remember, I was never scarred by anything he had said. Whatever. I'm just saying, when you enter that realm, you're going to get the chat too. It's not just the video makers. You're going to get disciples, and I'm not saying that's kind of a stupid word. I think to say that North Cal is a disciple of what is he? San Francisco. So he's probably A-bomb, I'm guessing. I mean, so these guys are coming. Once you enter, and that's I don't fear enter that. It's just not my thing. And coming from my point of view, I understand all this stuff that comes. You know what I'm saying? And your grievance, NorCal, I understand, but I understand his point of view because he is, if you call him a Troy or whatever.
No.
He's a chat member.
No, listen.
Go ahead.
To me.
I'm sorry, Abe. Go ahead.
Listen to me. We played against the 49ers a few years ago. And he said, I want to make a mini helmet bet. And I said, dude, I'm not really in the position that if we lose that I can buy you a mini helmet. I said, I'm sorry, I'm just not. So no, I'm not going to take that bet. And he said, well, I'll tell you what. If you beat us, I'll buy you one anyway. And we beat him. And he sent me a mini helmet. And I was like, that's really cool. NorCal, that's super cool. I still have it. It's on my fucking Panthers shrine in the living room. So then he says, hey, check your email. I checked my email and it says, here's the link to 2 tickets to a football game. And I'm like, did you seriously just buy me tickets to a football game? I make a video and I'm like, NorCal's the greatest dude ever. I can't believe he did this. That's fucking awesome. For the 5 months leading up to the game, every single video I made, I shouted him out for 5 months. As soon as I went to the game, I was like, okay, I gave him 5 months worth of shout outs for the fucking tickets. We're cool. I didn't shout him out the next time. And he starts talking shit about me. Like he thought I was supposed to shout him out in every fucking video I made until the end of time when he don't even make videos. He has 40 fucking subscribers. It's not like me shouting him out would do anything for him. He just wanted to hear me say his fucking name because he's a fucking bitch. If he wants people to say his name, then why don't he start making videos and stop being a fucking cunt wad? What lies? Tell me, NorCal, what lies? What did I just lie about? Tell me what I just lied about, NorCal. You fucking bitch made.
Yeah, give me a second. I need a beer and I got to get Vinny, and he's waiting like by the door like a soldier.
Sure. Do not be wrong.
What did I owe you? NorCal, what did
Give
I
me a piss and a half a snowflake and all that shit.
Well,
I got you.
I would say show it, but you don't make videos. You have an email saying what?
Shit. Good boy.
I shouted you out for 5 months. It says what in the email? What does it say, NorCal? Why did you turn your back on me and start talking shit about me as soon as I came back from the game? I mean, as soon, the next day after the game, I didn't shout you out and you started talking shit. Yeah. Okay. And then the very next day, you turn your back on me and shove a fucking knife in my back. Like a fucking bitch. And that's what you are, NorCal. You're a fucking bitch, dude. You're a fucking bitch made fucking pussy. Fucking show it.
I love that guitar song.
Tell me, NorCal, this ain't the place to do it. We should be doing this on my channel. But you tell me, what did I do or say that made you turn your back and stab me in the back? Yeah, well, we got done playing fucking months and months and months ago. And I kept you fucking modded up on my channel for 2 months after we played. And you were still on there running that mouth with your fucking cutter shit and stupid fucking A-bomb fucking shit. So you tell me.
It was till the end.
You fucking tell me, NorCal, what did I do? Tell me what I did to make you turn into a fucking bitch. You tell me what I did. Tell me right now, NorCal. You fucking cunt wad. Tell me right now.
Hello there, my old friend. Not so long ago, it's till the end.
Tell me what I did. I'm fucking waiting.
Up and down the road, started over. Living a dream, oh, you old time.
No, don't worry about sending him a fucking screenshot of some shit. You tell me, NorCal. NorCal, tell me what I did or said that made you change your opinion of me. From going and buying me a mini helmet and stabbing me in the back for no fucking reason. You tell me, NorCal. Tell me, NorCal. Tell me what I said or did that went from you wanting to buy me shit to stabbing me in the back. I would love to know. That is a fucking lie. That is a fucking lie, NorCal. And you're not going to shift the blame onto me. That is fucking shit. You are the one who did it. You are the one that watched the fucking A-bomb video and then came and started fucking hating on me. Cool, NorCal. That's why you're blocked on my channel. So we're done. We're done. Well, you can be cool with anyone. I don't give a shit. I don't care. You're not cool with me. I don't like you. You are bitch made. You are a piece of shit, fucking piece of fuck. NorCal, I don't like you. I think you are a fucking loser. And that's facts. And you just
Despite
can't
of
do that
the
fucking
rage,
content.
still just a rat.
Now you can really go fuck yourself. You want to come in here with that troll account? I know that was you, you fucking bitch made pussy. I tell you what, I'll tell you this, NorCal. You make a fucking video about it, because I'm subscribed to you. You make a fucking video about it and tell me. And then maybe we can work it out. You got it? You don't care. Boy, you sure do care, boy. You sure do care, little
He brings it up.
You
Right.
sure do fucking
Hey, NorCal, do you drink beer, NorCal?
No,
Oh,
he's
God,
retarded
he needs
and acts
fucking-
like he's drunk all the time.
He needs fucking Darvon.
He is a piece of shit little faggot that won't make a fucking video.
His
Tell
color
me that you don't care in a video, NorCal.
Well, he might be president someday. He might be president or
He
a
can't be
congressman,
because he's not a national
assemblyman.
citizen.
Yeah, he's running for public office. So
Yeah, he's running for
he can't
public.
show his
No, I'm
face,
from
right?
Mexico. Wait, I can't be a fucking public serviceman.
And yet, fucking Trump, like 6-7 years ago, was talking about STDs with Howard Stern.
I tried to, NorCal, but what was the point? You don't make videos because you're a fucking pussy.
People get ready. There's a train. People get ready.
I tried, NorCal. I said that I will not make another video until this man has.
Don't need no ticket.
Listen, he sent me that mini helmet,
Get
hat,
on board.
and I said I won't make another video until NorCal has 25 subs. And he sends back and says, I don't have any plans of making videos, so don't do that.
Yeah.
I want you to keep making videos. And that was 5 fucking years ago. Right?
I got to hook this up. Fuck, I gotta leave.
You didn't lose the bet.
Yeah.
I told
NorCal
you-
fucking
Scott!
NorCal,
the
drown
fuck up for 2
yourself in
seconds.
your fucking U bathtub. What the
NorCal.
fuck are you talking to A Callan says? Like, what are you talking about? If I read the chat, I'm really gonna kick your ass. Go
NorCal.
ahead.
It wasn't a
Are
bet.
you guys sure
I
you
told
guys?
you that I could not afford a fucking mini helmet bet. I said, you
Shit,
called
you
me out.
9 o'clock
I can't
bet.
afford this bet. Scott, shut the fuck up! I said I
How
can't
dare
afford a
he?
mini helmet bet right
With
now.
the Telecaster in arms.
Exactly, NorCal. That's not a bet. That's an if this happens, I'll send you this. If it doesn't happen, don't worry about it. That's not a bet.
Hey, NorCal, I'm not trying to be a jerk or anything. You want to come on here? If you want to come on here,
And then- I
I'll
never said it
send
was
you a link.
subs. I said it's because you got mad that I stopped shouting you out because you wanted me to say your name. Because you get your little fucking dick hard every time you hear me say your name. I did not say you did it to get subs. I said you did it to get a shout out. Because you like hearing me say your name. Because it gets your little Peter hard. Because you're a fucking worthless nobody. And as a worthless fucking nobody, you give stuff to people who are somebodies so that they'll say your name and it'll make you feel important, you little fucking bitch. And that's all it is. That's all you did. I'm changing it. Go back and watch. I didn't say you did it for fucking subs. I said, what's the point in you having subs when you don't make fucking content? You did it so that I would say your name. And once I went to the game, and I'd been shouting you out for 5 months. When I came back, I said, okay, well, that's cool. I paid up my end of it by shouting him out for 5 months. So we're cool now. And you got pissed off because I stopped saying your name every fucking video because you're a fucking bitch. You don't want subs because you're a fucking nobody who don't make content. You just wanted to hear me say your name. Backtracking, I'm telling you the same thing I've told you for 2 years, dumbass. I said that I told everybody I won't make another video until he has 25 subs. And you said, I don't plan on making any videos, so don't give me shout outs. I thought that you had planned on starting making videos, and I was going to try to help you build your channel because you sent me a mini helmet. What's backtracking? And then once you said, no, don't worry about it, because you had 12 fucking subscribers, and I was going to try to get you to 25. But you said, no, don't worry about it. I don't plan on making videos. I said, cool. Well, then fuck it. I'll keep making videos. What's backtracking? You have selective fucking memory, you goddamn retard. NorCal, you are a fucking retard. And why in the fuck I can still see your comments? It has to be because we're on Rudy G Funk's channel. Because anybody else would have blocked you a long ass time ago. That's facts. But Rudy G Funk, he ain't trying to get in the middle of some shit. So he ain't gonna block you. But don't worry. Come tell me about it on my channel. Oh wait, you can't. Because you're blocked. You will always be blocked. And you can suck my fucking dick, NorCal. Because you the biggest fucking bitch made fucking pussy that I've ever had the displeasure of dealing with online. And I mean that. When I started this rant by saying, I don't hate A-Bomb, but I hate you, it's true. You are the biggest piece of shit, worthless loser that I have ever had the disservice or displeasure of dealing with online ever. That's you. NorCal, that's you. No one else. You have that sole fucking responsibility of being the biggest piece of shit I've ever dealt with. You backstabbing, backbiting piece of fuck. That's truth. Rudy.
Hey, and NorCal,
Sorry.
I put the streaming out there in case you wanted to come on here. I'm not trying to lure you into some kind of trap or anything like that. So I just want to let you know, this is
he ain't coming on. He ain't going to make it. He ain't going to do nothing but flag
What do you know about
videos and be a bitch. He's going to go leave shitty comments on people's channels, hit thumbs down, and flag videos because he's a fucking cunt wad. He is a fucking bitch made fucking pussy, period. Ain't no two ways about it. He is the biggest.
I just feel Scott Tiller looks really important in fucking glasses, man. I know that for sure.
I've been dealing with all these motherfuckers for 6.5 years. And for me to tell you that this is the biggest fucking bitch that I've ever dealt with means a lot. NorCal is the biggest piece of shit. Loser ass motherfucking piece of shit that I've ever dealt with on here. And I wish I could put it in a pile, take a shit on it, and light the motherfucker on fire.
I've known him less time.
Fuck him.
I've known him less time than you have, man. You've known him probably years, way more than I have, and I figured it out. And that was a good rant. And fucking NorCal, dude, you don't even fucking hide it well. What are you doing? You don't care to hide it. I don't. What the fuck are you? Fuck off, dude. Like, you could be cool. You could have been cool like months ago. But there's that part of you. And go be that part. Get out of here. We don't want you around, dude. Go over to fucking A-Bomb and suck his fucking.
I'm not a blocker guy, dude. I don't block people, man.
No,
it's just
you don't fucking watch fucking streams, dude. I watch 40 hours.
I'm one of those fucking freedom dudes. I want all of it,
Yeah, walk the fine line. I choose to walk on the good side. I mean, walk the fine line.
I'm not trying to be gay.
No, Rudy, you're not in there
no,
like
I don't mind all the information. Doesn't bother me.
I don't. like Gay Kelman's added on to what I was saying.
Bob
but
Kenny.
it's not all about fucking unicorns and fucking
Yeah,
rainbows.
cool, dude.
These people are fucking
NorCal. I am not going to block you.
been a long time
It
to the
doesn't-
rock and roll.
Scott has his own channel. 8 has his own channel, and they can block whoever the hell they want because they're free to do that. You know.
Yeah, you
Um,
won't.
I'm never going to block anybody. It's just not my thing, man. I really
that's
like hearing
okay.
from everybody. Even
No, I'm not.
I'm
telling
really
you to
surprised
block
that
them.
this evening this became a NorCal thing. You know.
Well, NorCal
Um,
had a chance to come back to us, and ever since the trash
No, I
talk,
think Rudy B. Drunk had Rudy B. Drunk had it
I
right.
can't
You know,
put
I'm
up
just kind of a little dumbfounded by
if you love
the
everybody,
NorCal and it's welcome. You know, I'm curious
Hey.
what the hell is going on. I'm glad
I'm not telling you how to
heard
run your channel. Fuck it. It's all right.
Rudy, you're just the channel that it's happening on, and I'm sorry. I really do apologize.
I'm sorry,
The
Oh,
dude.
that's
channel
true.
on your channel because you're not this kind of dude, and they're not going to hold it against you. They understand. They're just going to
I
come
get
hate on me because that's all they do. Because I'm better than they'll ever be. They're fucking nobodies. They're fucking losers, and that's all it is. And they come and kiss my ass when it's appropriate, and then they turn around and stab me in the back whenever it suits their fucking needs. So they can suck my fucking dick. And it ain't got nothing to do with you, Rudy. NorCal's just the biggest piece of shit that I've dealt with ever. And I've been doing this 6.5 years, and he is the biggest piece of fucking shit ever. And let me tell you who's right on his goddamn heels is fucking one crazy hoodat. They're the two biggest backbiting fucking do anything for you in the world. And then out of nowhere, for no fucking reason at all of a sudden they're stabbing you in the back, being fucking cunt wads. NorCal is a fucking bitch made fuck. And so is one crazy hoodat. Those are the two biggest bitch made fucking non-video making typing little bitches that have ever been around this place. And they can both suck my fucking cock. And that's facts. Rudy. Sorry again, dude.
No, that's okay. You know, to be honest with you,
Dude.
no, I mean to be honest with you, the non video maker people they don't really bother me, and I don't mean like bother me like it sounds like they're a nuisance or something, but
They are.
it doesn't bother me that NorCal goes around the streams and you know, Mosh really had a great stream the other day, and I wish I was able to watch the whole thing. And he talks about the internet and a lot of the stuff that we do, and you know, a lot of it's true what he said about being an outlet, and I dig that, dude, because it for me. It really is, man. It's a nice outlet now, and if NorCal wants to never make a video, and he likes getting in the chat and fucking around and doing all kinds of shit and sending helmets, and you know that's cool. But
Yeah, well, what about the part where he's doxing me and talking about where I work and
Yeah,
talking about my
well,
kids? How about that?
Obviously, I would never think, you know, goodness upon that. You know,
Yeah,
I mean,
well, he's on
but-
your channel. He's on your
Hey,
channel,
Beast.
and you've got
Right,
one
I
of his comments highlighted.
Hey, Beast, I didn't contact Steele yet. I will.
What?
Sorry, I'm talking to Beast. Forgive me.
Oh, I'm sorry.
I'm talking to Beast of the East. Sorry.
Boy, you were real
Right, but
I don't
I
know
mean,
where you were.
Mosh,
And then you follow it up with ha 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 when you were just in here on a fucking troll account. That was, well, it's where I used to work, but still. It's just because you're too stupid to know where I work now, NorCal. You fucking bitch. Boy, you like typing people's information, but you ain't got the balls to put your face on camera. Ain't that something?
Yeah, Beast got you.
You fucking bitch. I've
Scott
ripped
Tiller,
this
why don't you-
motherfucker so many times with
Telecast.
assholes the size of JP.
What? What, Rudy?
I says, why don't you jam something on that Telecaster of yours there, buddy?
Do not be wrong since you've been gone. Out of my head, take it. Na, na, na. Do you like Richie Blackmore Rainbow? It was terrible. I was good. Shut up. Rudy,
Doesn't
don't
ever-
come to me to fucking break up this fucking track. Scott. Rudy's like, hey, Scott, you're
Hey.
playing. You can't fucking hear it.
Hey, without
I
Richie
love you,
Blackmore,
guys.
there'd
I
be
love
no
you.
Ingve. There's a couple of students that wouldn't be out there because of Richie. So
Hey, Rudy, can you do me a big favor, dude?
yes,
Can you get NorCal's fucking comment off the goddamn screen?
Yeah, take it off.
oh yeah,
Now I'm
I can do
leaving.
that.
Thank
Put
you.
Michael D's up. Put Michael D's up. Or fucking Beast. Hi, Beast. How are you? Fucking Zero Fuck Production. You've been quiet lately.
Michael D rules.
Beast has been quiet lately.
Hey,
You're-
Okay, hey,
other
You're
side.
that much concerned.
Hey, I got the Beast of the East jersey right here.
Woo!
I got a piss
Tip of my
still
Fucking
coming.
four
Bear
horsemen,
with me.
man. Where's the Camel Toes jersey?
It's over there somewhere.
Hey, I like the rotation. Don't get me wrong. You know me better. than
Yeah,
that.
I know, dude.
I love the rotation. My fucking jersey fucking stands out like it's an eyesore. If you put it on the edge, it's an eyesore. It ruins
It's
the
so
fucking,
red.
that fucking cardinal white and red color rush is fucking annoying as fuck. I mean, until we win a Super Bowl, like, I mean, really put it behind your fat head. Get over, move over, fucker. Move over. There you go.
My head's not
You
that.
know, I like when he can go 0 fucks. He goes 0 fucks and he can point. That's why he has it. Anyway, I love you. It counts up. If you're not on board, fuck off, you guys. We're having so much fun. I love you, man. Cool.
Yeah, Rudy, I'm sorry for bringing that drama.
Yeah,
Maybe
Rudy, it was-
the drama, dude.
but
It wasn't me. Hey, I was here ready to talk about fucking theoretical physics with your son, but then
You
shit
fucking
has to
man.
come over here. The lamest motherfucker on the fucking platform, known as NorCal. He had to come over here, so it got
I
turned. around.
Hey,
It's
Camel
all
Toes
about
already
life, brothers. It's all about life, man.
squat. Look at that beer ready for
Life
him.
is good.
No, it was about the squat. Anyway, hi,
Life is good.
Camel.
And
Having fun. Beast, Michael, Tom Jasper's in
I
here.
appreciate you, brother, being a part of it, man. To be honest
Oh
with you.
God, he's on his feet. Smoke on the water.
I agree. Hey, Scott, what do you think? I think Tom should come in here. What do you think? I think Tom Jasper.
I would
needs
love
to.
to. And Tom, I'll be quiet. If you come in, I won't say anything. We won't.
I will.
Tom, you come in. No, Tom,
Well,
come in.
I'll tell you this. I will be respectful of your presence. I'll say that. Yeah, I'm not going to say that I won't say anything, but I will be respectful of you coming in.
No, I want you to talk, Camel-Toes, but I will fucking duck out. I'll fucking hit mute. Tom,
Well,
come on in here. Charge your phone. Don't give me that shit. Your fucking phone. Charge your phone and come in here. And it'll be great, man. Tom, this is your chance. The girls are watching. chicks is digging this fucking video.
All right, NorCal, we'll see you later when you come back to troll and hit thumbs down on everybody else's videos. Good hanging out with you, though.
For ladies, all in my brain. Lately, don't
Love it,
do the
Scotzilla.
same. Acting funny. Don't know why. Excuse me while I kiss this guy. I couldn't figure that out, Calvin.
Watch me.
No,
Hey,
you
where
don't
the hell's
play that.
Mosh?
It's a music channel, right? Hey, Michael D. Yeah, he gets it.
No, you're not on my channel, Scott.
My girl, I'm the
music
don't
channel.
lie to me. Tell me where did you sleep last night? Last time Camel played that, I sang it with him. It was beautiful, but I wasn't live on the phone. In the Pines. Hey, JP, it's called In the Pines. In the pines, the sun don't ever shine. I chew the whole night through.
JP and I are getting along right now, so
I love JP. JP is my boat. I love JP.
anybody who pays attention to my backup channels knows how I feel about JP.
Damn right. I love JP. JP, the more I talk shit about him, because I'm not a trash talker, he backs up. Like the video where I had, like, A-Count was the goat, and then I had the horse's ass, and JP, like, he didn't even comment. I want to go watch that again. You want to see it? That one was fucking good. And then the goat ate the fucking JP tortilla with. Yeah, I wrote on a tortilla. Fucking, I wrote a JP on it, and anyway, the goats ate it. I want to watch that again. I'll
Hey,
let
Scott.
you know if it's good. What?
Scott, do this. Play E minor A G B.
E minor is
A.
open, right? E minor is just that, right?
Yep.
E minor, A like bar. Or
No,
A-
like that. G. And then B. The bar chord.
What is B?
There you go. Right there.
B is bar. B is for Brandon.
And then play it. Bum ba bum ba bum ba bum ba 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 bum
What's up,
bum
Scott?
ba bum ba bum ba bum ba 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 bum 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 bum.
Brandon, how are you, bud? How you been?
Well, what's up, Rudy? I'm good, man. I'm good.
Your hair looks good.
No. No, you're singing in the middle of the progression. You're singing in the middle of the progression. So you,
His head was found in a dry.
B.
Oh wow! Thank you, 8. I'll work on it. No, I don't want to ruin the stream.
Yeah.
Thank you, 8. Show me that.
E.
I want to live.
Oh,
Hey,
Brandon.
Hey, Brandon.
G B B E E A G B B B B B B
His head was found in a dry. Okay, I'll get on that. I want Camel Toes come live here for free. And we fucking do this all night. I want Camel Toes to live here and teach me music.
You're
I
willing to
will
let
be
me live in
back.
Squalor for free? What?
Yeah, you live here for free. teach me. I'll be the next fucking Manson. I'll be Charles Manson. He was a good guitar player. That's all I want.
Take care of the
What
dog.
will that make me? Yeah, I mean, you're
Oh,
going to
that was
have
good.
as your Manson family. E minor.
Oh
You
my
mind?
God, that was good. I can't. Oh, fuck it.
What's up?
Tom, what's up, Tom?
What's
You
up?
butt face. Uh-oh. Scott's getting loaded up. Scott? Oh.
Thanks, Scott. Thanks.
Tom, give me a rock, dude. Wait a minute, hold on. Let me do this right. Give me a
Hi,
rock,
Tom.
dude.
Go ahead with these guys. Go ahead, Tom. Hi, good to see
Give me a
you.
rock
I got my smart
Give me a
guy
rock,
glasses
dude.
on.
for coming in here,
Rock.
Tom. Where's your rock?
Cool.
Go ahead. I'll be listening. Go ahead.
Do it.
What are you doing,
Give me a
Rudy?
rock, dude.
What's up, Tom?
What's up?
I know it looks like I'm sexually harassing you, but give me a rock, brother. Go up top there, baby. See my fist?
Tom, he wants you to do this. No, not here, up here. Because he's up above you.
See my fist?
Yeah.
Rudy, here, I'll
Rock
do
it.
one with you.
Okay,
Rudy, here.
let's do it.
Wait, anyway. Here, I got you. Rudy. Here, I got one. Dink. See?
There you go. Scottzilla. Oh, I can't do him.
Y'all gonna have to go caddy. Scott's like, nah, I'll just grab the dog.
Tom's fist is too big. You know, it's like this, you know. It's overpowering. Oh, I love your dog, Scotty.
Here we go. Give me one. Rudy, give me one. Right here.
Oh,
Bingo.
there you go. There it is. Rocks abroad. At metoo.com. What's going
Scott,
on, Tom? How you doing, buddy?
Yeah.
Good.
he's just sitting
I'm
in
doing
his
good.
chair,
No, I'm not. I'm laying down.
Sound good.
laying
Hi,
down.
Tom.
I'm charging my phone.
Yeah, I know. Come on, that's the running joke of the century, dude. At least for the year. You're charging your phone. I love it. Tom, you're awesome. Tom, that was great. You're charging your phone. Are you sorry?
No.
Bernie, was that funny, Bernie? Tom, you're funny as hell, dude.
I know.
Scott Phil was wearing a $22,000 hat. What have y'all got to show? He's got a
30,000 now.
I'm still making payments on the car. The hat was free.
Bad Dog made a bid for 25 grand for this hat.
Did he? Oh shit.
Well, it's going to charity. You got to fucking buy it.
Beast,
Oh, I
It's
got
charity.
beast,
friends
beast in the house.
Mosh.
What's up, Beast?
Mosh?
Hey, Moth Poo.
Oh, it's Beast of the East. What's up, Beast?
Hey, Beast, how are you,
Beast of the
buddy?
East, man.
Thought I'd join the fun.
Yeah, might as well.
Hell yeah, brother.
That was funny.
I think you have the same. Oh my God.
What?
I did not need to see that.
I saw that, right?
Yeah, I didn't need to see that, Rudy. Rudy, I did not need to see
The
that.
children,
How'd you guys see? I didn't see nothing.
Fucking
What?
this motherfucker just stood up and shook his dick in front of us and then grabbed it like he was Michael Jackson.
Oh, yeah, I mean, I didn't see nothing.
I mean, I thought that's what happened. Then I realized it was just Tom Jasper rubbing his nose.
Throwing
Well,
his,
I'm
throwing
not
his
saying your
sock to
nose
the
looks
ground.
like a penis head or anything.
I tell you
I
what,
got a butt
Tom,
crack head.
ghosty thing, it's killing me, dude. It's like you're shrouded in darkness, man. It's weird, dude.
Yeah,
Put a light on it.
he can't.
You want to do that? We'll see his socks.
I'm laying down.
He's laying down. He's
No, God,
trying to go to
heavens.
sleep. He thought we could put him to sleep.
He's always laying down. Every time he gets on here, he's laying down. We love you, Tom. We know that. You're good for YouTube. You know that?
Scott's getting ready to fart.
You are. I mean,
Don't fill us head with lies, Rudy.
no, that's good. Tom's good. I always liked Tom. Ever since he first got into the camel, I'll never forget you, brother. You've always been good for YouTube, and I mean,
I'm trying.
You,
I'm
you
trying.
must not have seen many of Camel's live streams then.
You know what that is.
hey, good or bad, you're good for YouTube, Tom.
That's why he's
Thanks.
blocked on Camel's stream.
Scott, real quick, I just want to
I'm
give
watching it.
I want to give Scott a real quick demonstration here. All right, here we go. Right, we're going to go E minor, A, G, B.
What's up, Beast?
Good to see you, Beast. How you doing, buddy?
That's
My
the
chord
entire,
changes are wrong.
the entire song is that.
Hey, Beast, you look great, man. How are you? I'm sorry, Camel. I'm fucked up, but go ahead.
I'm catching up to Camel.
Oh man. Well, you know, mine comes
I got more
up in May.
He's gonna
I got
shave
more
it.
grades than you do.
He's gonna shave it in May. A
Mine
Camel's
comes
gonna
up in
shave
May.
it in May.
Every year.
Every year.
But look at how big
No
it is,
way.
man. I couldn't do what he has going on. This is my
I'm going for the
second.
Santa
Didn't it
Claus.
used to be darker? It used to be darker, didn't it?
Mine used to be fucking black, but now it's gray. It's fucked up.
I'm going for
I'm
the Santa
old.
Claus look for December.
I'm fucking old. So are you, fucking beast. Hey, Camel's
That's older than I am,
with
bitch.
us. We're gonna go all fucking gray ghosts. And
Dude,
You're older
I
than
think
me.
I'm the baby in the room and I'm old. I'm the youngest one in here and I'm still old.
look at 58 Camels. 58, still 58. I'm sorry. Fuck.
Oh,
Still
yeah,
58 has like a
58.
wisp broom hanging off his fucking chin. Like in that fucking animated video. Yeah, it's fucking awesome. Just go all gray. Don't. I have this fucking. Can you see it? It's like black and gray. And just go all gray.
Look at mine.
Salt and pepper.
All the dye's coming out of it.
Fuck salt and pepper. Salt and pepper here. No, like
See,
No.
me and my older brother Rudy, we don't have to worry about that. I mean, you can tell that he's my older brother, right? I mean, look at him. You can tell he's my older brother.
Oh, wait.
he is.
I mean, can't you tell that we're brothers?
Well, I found Rudy through a Countos. He's like, hey, check out my brother over here. That's him. I want Stumbler from my dad. Hey, will you adopt me, Rudy? Please. I want to be adopted.
I do too.
You ain't lying, Michael.
I do
Yeah,
I
I'm
want
fucking
Stumbler
watching.
from
See me
my
walk.
dad.
My dad's an asshole. But he played
Michael D. I hear you, dude.
You saw me walk. Oh, man.
Beast of the East. Oh, I'm so glad you're walking again, dude.
Michael
Can
D.
you
Fuck
believe it?
off.
After all those years of being, you should win a Cammy award. Oh, you already did.
Hold
That
that.
is the meanest thing
I
Michael
want
D.
to play with Camel, What was it called again, Camel? The Camel
Miracle of
something.
the off season.
Oh,
Miracle of the off season was you
oh
walking.
yeah, that was the other one was
Where are
named
the
after you.
subscribers was the second one.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That
hold on
one's
a second,
awesome.
guys. Let Beach rock here. Go ahead, buddy.
Are you talking to me?
Yeah, Beach,
No,
go
I
ahead,
was
buddy.
asking-
Let us know what's going on, bud.
Camel answered it already.
No, I think everyone in here has won a Cammy Award except for one person.
Sorry,
Me.
Tom. You should get one for being the most blocked or timed out.
Maybe. Maybe.
Maybe you'll get lucky.
Hey,
You'll
y'all,
win one, you'll win one and you'll be blocked and you can't comment saying thank you.
y'all want to know something real fucked up? There's
You're
only one
unblocked.
person on this panel that has more subscribers than all the rest of you other than me. Guess who it is? What's up, Tom?
What's up?
Where'd all them
Bullshit.
subscribers come from, Tom? I earned mine over 6.5 years. How'd you get yours, Tom?
Oh, let me guess. Sub for sub.
Well, there's also
Is that
one person
you
on this
don't have to
panel.
guess.
that
You know how you got them. We don't know. How'd you get them?
You tell me.
No, you tell me you got 780 fucking subscribers. Hell, you're hot on my heels. Where'd they come
he
from?
was sub
Tom
horn.
Gasparate.
Did you just say because I'm a sub whore? Is that what you said?
No.
I think I heard him say that.
I heard him say because I'm a sub whore. Tom,
No, I
where'd they come
didn't.
from, dude? It's not from your creative fucking content. Let's admit that. So where'd they come from, Tom?
I go into streams and sub to channels, and they sub me back.
Ah, bullshit.
So it's sub for sub?
I guess if you want to call it that.
You
Sorry,
said
Mom.
you sub to them and they sub you back. Now that is
Without you saying a word.
sub for sub, right?
I guess.
Cool. But you still make these. And congrats to me. I got 600 subs. Congrats to me. I got 700 subs video.
You know what, Camel? He can have hey, Camel. He can have the subs. I'll take the 2 camis over subs.
Right? That's what I'm talking about.
Actually, I got 3 camis, but who's counting?
It's all right.
If I smoke,
He's
that's
already
you now, right?
he's going on a cami for a person that probably most likely needs toilet paper for his forehead.
For what?
One for using a jizz sock.
Fly by night, get away from me. Hey, Tom. I don't know Tom that well, but when I first met him, he used to fucking subscribe to every mod in the fucking channel. All right, I don't know if he's right and wrong about everything, but Tom subscribed to every mod in the channel. And the first weekend I met him, I actually talked to him. He was in the hospital then. I go, God, I feel bad. But you know, this
His
next
charging phone must have died out.
Yeah.
my
God
dad.
damn it, Tom, where'd you go?
Oh,
Right, you're
fuck.
there, Scott. You're okay, Scott.
Oh yeah, it's, you know where I live, so you got to put up. My phone's dying. Holy fuck! Because I got to get off. I'll go back. I'll try it on my laptop. Can I, please? I'll be back.
Yeah, charge your phone.
Let me
Like
try
Tom
it on
did.
my laptop.
I need to get off as well.
I'm sorry,
Yeah,
Tom. We
yeah,
only
I
take
don't mean
our
on the stream. I don't mean I need to get off the stream. I just mean I need to get off.
Yeah. But Tom might have a sock for you for that. Hey, Camel, he sent me that stupid email.
What'd it say? Is this something from 2 years ago?
So I don't know if I can check it without exiting.
Sorry, I'm having a smoke, guys.
I didn't check the date on it.
Oh, of course. Hey, you know I shouted him out for 5 fucking months.
I know.
So I don't know what his fucking problem was. It was
You
like
gonna be home tomorrow?
I felt like, okay, our fucking transaction is clear.
Are you gonna be home tomorrow?
Me?
Yeah.
I will not be here at all tomorrow.
I
stayed home all day today, shirking all my responsibilities of going out tomorrow. So tomorrow
okay.
I will be going out. Oh my God, it's 3 o'clock in the morning. Yeah.
So I could call you and read it to you, but I'm not gonna put it. I'm not gonna put it on video unless you want me to. It's up to you.
No, don't worry about it.
Well, how about you call me whenever I'm up till 4 in the morning anyways, my time. So
all right.
Call me anytime, bro.
Yeah, I've got a whole bunch of shit that we had planned to do today and tomorrow, and today we were just like, fuck it. We're just
chill day
around, and that's what we did. So
nothing wrong with that.
We got to get out and about, and we got all kinds of shit to get done.
All right, well, just hit me up anytime tomorrow, whenever. Don't matter.
Yeah, I'll give you a call.
All right, brother. I'm out. Later, Rudy.
Hey, be safe.
Give me
brother.
my wrench.
Man, I appreciate it.
No worries. Give me my wrench. I'm gonna be a Tom. Give me my wrench. All right, bro.
All right, Beast.
You guys take care, man.
All right, see you, man.
Beast doesn't have a wrench.
I do not, buddy. It's your fault. It's your stream.
He said it's your fault.
Come on, man. You gave Tom one and you don't give me one? What the fuck is wrong with you?
I love that argument. I love when people pull that argument. They're like, you gave Tom one and you won't give me one.
I'm always one.
Exactly, bro. God, put your volume down.
Zilla, you were straight echoing over and over again, dude.
Yeah, somebody's echoing, dude. Oh, it's Scottzilla.
Yeah, it was Scott.
Oh, you know what, Beast? I got to do that through my phone. I don't see it through the StreamYard here.
No worries, brother.
Oh, I'm worried, dude. I'm worried. Go down. Go lay down.
I won't pest you as much as Tom probably did.
I'd love to have you. In blue.
Hey, Tom, who are you calling a goat boy?
Oh, my. What happened to Scottzilla? Did he,
He was that going bad.
No. Look, Rudy's dog is Tom Brady. He's got a deflated football.
Yeah, he's ready to rock and roll, I tell you that. All right, go on. Go lay down. I know you're a good boy. Go on.
Later, Mullins.
Where's my shit? Yeah, pardon the echo for a second here. I gotta give me a no. No shit. I'll be damned.
All right, y'all. I gotta go do a Valentine's special and play all my love songs. Oh, you think I'm kidding? I'm not. I gotta go play a bunch of love songs over on my channel. Rudy, thank you for having me. Great stream. Hey, Beast of the East. Everybody that was in here but Tom. Thank you. Thank you for a great stream. I love you guys. I gotta go over to my channel now and play a bunch of fucking sappy fucking Mazzy Star and shit.
I'll see you over there.
All right, I'll see y'all.
Yeah. Yeah.
Thanks, Rudy.
If you guys are going over, I'm going over too. So you guys be safe and I'll see you guys soon. I love you.
All right, brother. Take care.
Yeah. You
See
got
my
it,
friend.
Beast.
All right.
All right, guys. That's it. Fucking 3 in the morning. It was a great stream. Appreciate it. I'll see you around town, man. My dog is eating all my newspaper, so I will see you. God. Later. 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 All right, we'll see you later. Didn't stop. This is the problem that I have. End broadcast.